welcome to another edition of the GoldenFox podcast. I hope everybody in this chat is doing all right for the first Saturday of November. I am currently I'm about to end the 9th day of going through the challenge of No Net November, which I'm not going to go into the details of what that is, but you know, if you do a simple little Google search, if you do a Google search, you'll know what it is. So, in the meantime, we got pretty much a different choice of people here in this podcast. So, the first on the top of this roster, aside from yours truly, is Jessie Barb, aka Lucky Genre.
Hello, everyone.
Yes, her and her thick Kieran ass.
Golden knows how to sweet talk him.
Next up, we have Ryley Percival Miller.
Oh, fellas, how you doing? Yep. I had
always
to do it.
Always having to do the having to do the goofy voice. I just hope to God that Disney doesn't copyright strike me.
I'll take their asses. I own Mickey. That bitch has it coming.
So
smack that bitch.
Jesus Christ. So the next one up, for the first time in this podcast, I have the voice of Reason.
Hola.
Oh, sorry, I meant we. My bad. But yeah. So you say hola. Last but not least, we have Wolfhead sitting there at the bottom with that what the fuck look on his OC's face.
Hey man, I like my OCs. You lay off.
Hey, no, I'm not bashing it. I'm just acknowledging the expression it has.
I like my expression, dude. It's so that is my favorite expression out of all my 15 expressions for my wolf boy. Like that what the fuck, like, where am I face? Like, what am I doing?
So,
what am I doing here? Why am I doing this?
So this is going to be a pretty interesting podcast because we're going to be jumping all over the place. So in the meantime, how are the rest of you doing? Like, anything special happen up until this point?
Mostly working.
Mostly working, yeah.
Yeah. Working on
aside from this event I just was at.
What, Jesse?
Aside from the event I just mentioned earlier.
Oh, well, what event was that?
It's called Steampunk November. For those who are curious, take Renaissance festivals, but turn it into a steampunk theme, and boom, Steampunk November.
Nice. So I guess November has more than one nickname.
The only difference is, unlike usual Renaissance festivals that last for 2 months, this is only 1 weekend. Which is sad, but oh well, what can you do?
How about you, Golden? How have you been? You always ask us how we've been. We never ask you how you've been. How have you been?
I've been doing good. I've recently been watching a lot of episodes of The Lion Guard, so that way, when I continue my Lion King marathon, I'll be ready and want to talk about when I tackle on the Return of the Roar. You know, aside from, a lot of people complain about the show, and they say that there's contradictions and such. Like, I can kind of spot those contradictions, but even then, I still enjoy the show itself, For a show, for something that's aimed for a younger audience, it does do a lot of risky, it dives into a couple of risky topics, supposedly. I'm not going to say too much about it, obviously, but I'm more than halfway through Season 2, and there's a total of 3 seasons. I should be done with it, hopefully within a few days, if I continue focusing on it, as well as, working on other shit. There's going to be a lot of projects I have to prepare for next month.
Oh, dude.
You're just gonna be all over the place.
Yeah, pretty much. Luckily,
I mean, it's that time of year.
Yeah, when it comes to December, ad revenue goes up like crazy.
And then immediately drops in January.
Oh yeah, it's like it's the rise in December and then the downfall of January.
Everybody just spend all their money on presents and shit, so of course.
It's the most wonderful time of the year.
With all the stressful nature.
Chick's head in oven.
With all the stress that is happening and decoration, planning, and such a big thing. I can't rhyme to save a life. So
it's like fucking Christmas carolers are singing that song as I open my wallet and a moth flies out of it, and that's all that's flying into my wallet.
Yeah.
Yeah, no, that's everybody when it comes to January.
Sad truth. Oof.
Yeah. So, with that being said, I think it's time we get into the topics.
Yes.
So let's go ahead and just let's get our hands dirty. Let's go ahead and let's not beat around the bush and talk about the pilot episode of Hazbin Hotel.
Yes.
Yeah. Okay, so voice Jesse, to run things down on how things work, we go from the list from top to bottom on the roster on the left of the screen, and I volunteer going last so that way everybody will have their fair share before I go. So Jesse,
All
you're
right.
up. Give us your thoughts
Jesus.
on the pilot episode of Hazbin Hotel.
Oh, jeez, where do I begin? Well, first off, the animation for a pilot episode was magnificent. It was very fluid, and they all definitely took their time with this animation. So I was very, very impressed. And for all the music they added, from instrumental to the actual songs they put in, because they put in how many 3 songs, which caught me by surprise. We knew one of them, but the other 2 were pretty much ones I should have expected, but one I definitely did not expect. As for the characters themselves, oh my god, there was so many moments that was happening, I literally was dying of laughter. I was, especially when it comes to the interaction with Angel and any character you could think of.
Oh yeah, no,
There were a
Angel
few
does.
quotes.
Yeah, Angel does definitely
Yeah.
has a way of thinking of some hilarious comebacks.
And what can you do, my feminine fellow? I can suck your dick.
No,
No.
he says hi to the bar. No, I love that he says hi to the
Man.
bartender. It's like hi, how are you doing? It's like, go fuck yourself. I'll do it if you want to watch in front of me.
Yeah, that is crazy levels of enjoyment.
What's that
And-
knocking?
That's my kid. She's obviously trying to get my attention. Please.
All right. I'm guessing she's muted. Hang on, let me take a look.
Yeah, she's muted.
Yeah, she's muted. All right, let's go ahead and pass it to the next turn.
Sorry
No,
about
she's
that.
back. Okay.
back.
I was
It
just
didn't take me
about.
long.
I was just about to pass the turn.
Sorry.
That's fine.
I think my kid's just trying to bother me, that's all. So
right.
go ahead without me.
All right, Ryley, you're up.
Okay, Hazbin Hotel. Oh, where do I begin? I have been looking forward to this for years now. Back when she was first when Vizzy Pop was first doing the original artwork back in it was 2015, 2016.
Something like that,
Jesus.
yeah. It's been in
Yeah,
the works for a while.
Yeah, it has. This has been a passion project for her and a lot of other animators and shit. I'm so happy with how it turned out. I mean, I'm trying to figure out where to begin. First of all, Alistair is an amazing character.
Alistair
I
was
love
the
him so
shit.
much. Every single character I like even Sir Pentious, who a lot of people don't like because he's over the top. I love how over the top he is. See the fucking news scene, the fact that we got confirmed that Maxwell Adams was that demon that said, "What? That was shit." Alistair was great. All the songs were really good. It's honestly hard to say what else is there to say because honestly a lot of the scenes we did already see in kind of the teasers and stuff, but
Yeah.
it was cool to hear Alistair sing. Even also that was apparently who is it, Black Griffin providing the singing vocals of Alistair.
Alistair. Yeah.
The radio demon.
Yeah, that's
It's just-
right. Yeah, that song. I'm trying to remember, what other song was there? I know there was more than one.
And I also like the old curmudgeon gambler guy who's what is he supposed to be, a fox? Winged
I think he's a wolf.
He's like a
Something
winged
that.
wolf thing. Yeah.
Yeah.
Oh shit, it's me.
You're gonna love it here. I haven't felt love in years. Nifty was an adorable little thing that I'm pretty sure is going to sell a lot of dolls if they ever make merchandise of it.
No,
Merchandise
that'd be a
for
great commission.
adults. 'Cause-
Merchandising.
Yeah, like obviously, this is not for children at all.
Yeah.
This is
Oh,
probably
no,
the most
absolutely
adult,
not.
colorful cartoon I've watched.
Like that's the other thing too. Like so many people I hear saying, "Well, all the characters were so unlikable." I'm like, they're
That's the
demons in
idea!
hell.
Yeah, no, I
Why do
remember
you
hearing
think
that
they're in hell in
controversy
the
where people are
first place?
saying that Hazbin Hotel was garbage because the characters are unlikable. It's like, well, you're kind of hating it for its sole purpose.
Exactly.
Yeah.
They're demons in hell.
Exactly.
They are sinners. There's a reason they're there.
Exactly.
If anything, they're downplayed from real life.
Oh, yeah. Because
The only character that's pretty much out of the expectations is Charlie, but that's
Well,
because
you
Well,
talking about
Charlie
her-
and
Baggy.
yeah.
Baggy.
Yeah, like if there was any character I didn't like, it was obviously the intention of it. It was that news reporter. Like
Oh, gosh,
Oh,
yes.
yeah, her.
like she was an like an
You are a
absolute-
lip dink jackass, Tom.
Should I say?
But yeah, but that's the
Again.
she's supposed to be hated. Like it's supposed to be the driving
Exactly.
force for Charlie's character.
Yeah.
Oh, I really hope this show gets picked up, and I'm like really interested in like seeing Charlie's parents because they're supposed to be like what, the rulers of hell.
Yeah,
we
she's
can-
she's the princess of hell.
Yeah.
Does that mean
It's
it's
safe.
Satan? We never really had them say Satan, so I'm not sure if this is like a different kind of hell or something. I don't know.
Okay, according to what I've learned from Vizzy Pops' other social medias, according to what she has explained, those two are basically Lucifer and Lilith.
Oh, that makes sense. Actually, yeah, that makes real good sense.
Yep, that's the names of the two versions for this one. So it makes a lot of sense why they don't seem like the kind you would expect, and why they never mention it because that's not their actual name.
Yeah, you would think they would mention Satan or Lucifer in the with the news people. I don't know. It's weird.
Well,
Like her being the daughter of those two.
yeah. Hopefully, we'll find out with the second episode at this point.
No, that's the one thing I keep.
Well, that's the
feeling
thing.
like
That's the thing with the pilot. It's only one episode in hope that there will be more to
Yeah.
pick up
Yeah.
afterward.
it has to be picked up
Yep.
first.
So, anything else,
And-
Ryley?
Honestly, no. Like everything I'm thinking of has pretty much already been said. So
Yeah.
I'll pass it on to Voice.
All right, voice, you're up.
All right. Well, I came. I came into this couple expectations. But the thing is, I haven't been really paying attention to Vizzy Pop. The only thing I heard about her was the Die Young video.
Yeah,
Oh, yeah.
I remember that.
Yeah,
Yep.
I
and
watched that so many times.
and the fact that she's been
Crap.
Jesse, can you mute, please?
Yeah, Jesse.
the fact that she's been she and her team have been working on this since 2015 shows the amount of love and care that went
what
into
the hell
this.
was
And
that?
What the hell is what?
I just I heard a noise somewhere.
Oh, that probably on your end.
Yeah,
I
no,
didn't hear
it's
anything.
Okay, but as a pilot goes, if this did get picked up and I was watching this for the first time, this is probably in a span of 34 minutes or so.
Something like that.
I know pretty much everything about how this world works, and I want to know what new characters are coming in, because right at the beginning we established what the setting is. We are in hell. There's established through the news reports and through actual activity that goes on in the streets that there is a yearly cleansing of all the demons. Where everything is off limits and we just wipe out the rest. They can't be resurrected or anything.
Overpopulation, basically.
Yeah, because of our population. We're introduced to to a potential solution to the problem with Charlie and Vaggie opening up the Happy Hotel. We're introduced to the best character, Angel Dust.
yeah.
I love him.
of who's basically going to be who's basically the center of the comic relief.
Pretty much, yeah.
My favorite bit was where like his first interaction with Alistair is like, so what can you do? I can suck your dick. No.
Yeah, everybody loves that one.
Everyone's favorite joke.
It is.
That goddamn
That's like the
face.
best joke.
That goddamn face that comes up for a split second. I love it.
I think that was like the top best joke in that whole pilot.
And again, going into this way, and we're also seeing like the motivations for each of these other characters. So, the what's the news lady's name again?
Katie Killjoy.
Yeah. Katie Killjoy essentially just is the person who, essentially, she's like the propagandist who wants to make sure everything stays the way it is. And the whole thing that there's this reputation to uphold that nothing it always should be anarchy and chaos in hell, like the purge works essentially.
Yeah.
Purge works.
And Charlie and Vaggie having this this alternative to this for to redeem demons and like send them on up to the other place, the good place, if you will. And then the final, like the wild card of Alistair, who that he's in it for himself. Like you want to know, like, okay, he does want to invest in it, but for his own benefits and purposes. So that's why
I love his reason for that. Honestly,
he wants to see how far this can go, like without to see how far they can fail. And that's why I introduced both Nifty and the Wolf guy as the bartender.
Yeah.
His name is
Sheer entertainment.
Yeah, sorry, what was
the
it?
character's name is. I believe the character's name is Husk.
Husk, yes.
Yeah, that sounds right.
And like from start to finish, we have like world building set up. You introduce like factions in hell of territory. So so you have this idea of like, is Hazbin Hotel going to be like in the middle in like the neutral zone of like, or no, like the in basically no man's land.
Mm-hmm.
Or in this case, no demon's land.
That might be brought up again in a future plot line. Honestly.
Yeah.
that's
And
the
then
only thing
and there's also the idea of which each new patron that comes in, they're going to have their own story of, are they going to send up, or they're going to become a loyal pit, are they just going to stay there? There's a lot of stuff that I think is accomplished in just in 34 minutes. Now the question is, if this were to be introduced as, for example, a Netflix series, which obviously if they play their cards right, this definitely should be picked up by Netflix.
Honestly, I'd say Amazon, because there's been a lot of controversy with Netflix and like treating animation.
As
staff
long
and
as the
shit.
creator is given full creative freedom to do what she wants, I would be happy.
Mm-hmm. And
I mean,
Yeah, I agree.
And here, my only criticism I have is, as much as I love Pop's
You cut out a bit.
style. Oh, sorry. I was saying, as much as I love Vizzy Pop's style, in-betweeners will save lives.
I noticed that there was one shot where a guy was inside some kind of bar while Charlie was having her interview, and the guy's like, "Ha ha ha! This woman is probably joking." The way
this
it was,
chick for real?
yeah. When the way the guy was moving, it looked very unnatural. Like it looked incomplete.
Yeah, in-betweeners will help.
Yeah,
That's the only criticism I have. And if this gets picked up for Amazon, they really want to invest, they definitely need to hire in-betweeners.
Oh yeah, definitely.
Okay. So yeah, anything else you want to add?
I think it's a toss up between which song I like better, Alistair's song or Charlie's song.
I like Charlie. I like Alistair's song more.
Yeah, I like Alistair's song more.
I'm sorry, Charlie, but wow, that was shit.
God dang it! Oh.
All right, I'll pass it off to Wolfhead.
All right, Wolfhead, you're up.
All right, so here we are, the Hazbin Hotel, a series. Hopefully, it'll be a series that was built from the ground up, from pretty much nothing at all.
Yeah.
I enjoyed the pilot like a lot. Like I watched it like 3 times. That's not as much as most people. I know people that watched it like 5 or 10 times, but I watched it like 3 times.
That.
Yeah. And let's talk about characters. I'm interested in Charlie. I want to know who her mom and dad are. The scene where she was on the phone and she was like, I'm sorry. I'm like, what did she say? She was worried that she would be a disappointment to her, or she's like worried that she's like.
Basically, she put it, I think Dad was right about me.
Yeah, that broke my heart, man.
Oof.
I was like, oh.
I was like, the feels. Somebody
It'll
give
be
this
interesting to
person
see.
or child a hug.
Yeah. I think out of all the characters, my least favorite character, I'm not even gonna catch the I'm not even gonna name the radio host. What was her name again? Susie Killjoy or something?
Oh,
Katie
Killjoy.
Katie Killjoy. I'm not gonna note her as my least favorite character because I feel like she's an antagonist and she's meant to be disliked. I think my least favorite character so far is Vaggie, but only because I don't know that much about Vaggie.
All right,
like
that's
all
fair.
the other characters are being like fleshed out and you know more about their personality. Vaggie is just known for being angry and yelling at like angel dust.
Yeah.
for the majority of the episode.
I just
And
want
I
to
Apparently, she's
Go ahead.
apparently Charlie's girlfriend.
Oh,
Yeah.
really?
Oh yeah.
Yeah, they actually, VisiPop confirmed that they are a couple.
Oh, okay,
so Vaggie and Charlie.
Yeah.
Yep.
Yep.
Charlie's apparently bi and Vaggie is lesbian.
Yep.
Okay,
Ooh.
then.
Hence
Okay.
why when you hear Katie Killjoy say, I don't touch the gays, that was your biggest hint about the two.
Yeah.
Okay, then.
Okay.
I just want to add that God damn it,
what?
Bliss.
God, I read it as soon as he started laughing.
Son.
Oh,
Harder, Daddy, son.
Hey, does her hat also express with you?
Daddy.
No, hold on. I also love that the freaking angel dust is like, well, what about your hat? It's like, well, that's none of your goddamn business.
Would that make your hat the top and you the bottom? Ooh.
I'm gonna blow you to bits. Ooh, kinky.
Oh,
not
kinky.
like that. Not like that.
The pilot had so many good jokes, but I think my favorite joke out of the whole thing is when it's not a said gag, it's a visual gag. And that's when Alistair finally unleashes this true power and like tentacles come out of the ground and then they destroy the blimp and then he's just standing there marveling over his
faces.
Yeah.
I love
those
it
faces
so
are
much.
great.
Yeah, and then like after a pocket of silence. Well, I'm starved. Who wants some jambalaya?
Who wants some jambalaya?
I'm willing to bet you that now everybody was like craving for jambalaya because of him.
Yeah.
It got me curious for it. I'm not gonna lie.
All right, continue, Wolf.
Alistair, I'm really interested in Alistair because, like Voice said, he's in it for his own personal gain. I feel like he's just one of those, like, he wants to see the world burn kind of characters, and he just wants to laugh as it gets turned to ash. He's one of those characters. There was a moment where, and I swear to God, I said this out loud as I was watching the pilot for the first time, and anybody from Gravity Falls will know anybody that watched Gravity Falls will know what I'm talking about. There was a moment where he stuck out his hand, and he was
I know what you're talking about.
Yeah, and I was like, it's fucking Bill Cipher, dude. Get out of there. Don't shake his hand.
God, yeah, I was thinking the same thing.
My one went with a different place. I thought this guy was basically because I play D&D. He's one of the devils from the Nine Hells.
Oh, okay.
And the whole thing is like when you shake on a deal, you're not thinking through. Okay, they words.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, that makes
Fair
a lot
enough.
of sense.
And because Charlie didn't shake on it, the deal is to her doing, not to Alistair's.
Yeah.
That was smart on her part, though.
Yes.
Yeah.
So yeah, I like Alistair. I like Angel Dust. I like all of them. Even though I like Vaggie the least, I still like Vaggie. And I saw multiple tweets on Twitter that were like, people were tweeting Adult Swim like, yo, you guys need to pick this shit up. Like, you guys need $1 million. I saw people tweeting Netflix. I didn't see anybody tweet like Amazon Video, though.
Yeah, that's the thing. I would honestly prefer Amazon to Netflix, considering all the controversy with how they've been treating animation lately.
You know what I heard about Netflix? I heard the only reason that BoJack Horseman is on his last season is because the workers unionized.
Yep. That's what
yeah.
happened to Tuca and Birdie, too.
Yeah, they struck down Tuca and Birdie in its fucking prime.
There's also been like reports of like animation staff being abused for that Carmen Sandiego show.
What the fuck, Netflix?
Yeah.
Oh my god.
Oof.
I'm still gonna watch shows on you, but like, get your shit together. Anyway,
Exactly.
Animated in like the Philippines or
Right?
something. I forget.
Yeah. But anyway, that's all I had to say about Hazbin Hotel. I like all the characters.
Yeah.
I like the show, and I hope it gets picked up in the future, hopefully sooner than later. So that's all I have.
So, meanwhile, I see Voice playing around with Lightning Bliss. Won't you shake up poor sinner's hand?
I caught that too. God damn. Also, if I could say one more little thing, because I got cut off for a moment about this. There were some things I did notice if you were paying attention to, like, all the demons. Some of them kind of were, like, references from other forms of media. If you paid attention, you would have caught on pretty quickly. Like, one of the demons that walked by, I was like, hang on, is that Beetlejuice? That was like Beetlejuice! What the heck? What are you doing here?
Speaking of things you might have
even
noticed
see
in the
Beetlejuice.
background, did you guys see the Dober Boys reference?
Yeah, I seen it.
I think I did, yeah.
Yeah, I missed it, but I know that Vizzy Pop worked on the
Reanimated, yeah.
Yeah, she, basically, from what I'm told, she used a lot of music as, like, her references. Like, you catch references of music all over the pilot. Like, for example, Alistair saying, "Smile, my dear. You're never fully dressed without one."
Annie reference.
Yep, that's a song.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah. Well, I noticed that with again, this might be I think I noticed from other media, but each of the demons have like a different representation in history. So Alistair clearly from the 30s, and I think the Angel's profile said he's a prostitute from the 40s or the 50s. I think
It said
Yeah,
he
it
died
looks like
in
he
47.
I
Yeah,
think
he was,
I think it was the 30s or 40s, yeah.
Yeah, he was also a mafia. He was part of a mafia family, so that was why his whole appearance of him, along how he talked and the weapons of choice he uses, is mafia based.
I haven't
Right.
laughed like that since the stock market crash of 1939.
29.
So many orphans.
It was 29, dude.
29.
Anyways,
many orphans.
So I think it's my turn to get my say on Hazbin Hotel.
Yep.
All right, so much like with Ryley, I've been hearing about this through the grapevine for a good couple of years. I remember that there were a good number of sampled clips back and forth, and I can definitely say the major payoff. And obviously, the two biggest highlights are obviously Alistair, and the other of which the quotable jokes that people love hearing. Oh, harder, daddy, son.
Son.
Like those will never leave anytime soon.
Nope.
I think the one moment that I would like to tackle on that a lot of people didn't talk too much about is when chaos is like completely ensuing between Charlie and Katie Killjoy, and I just thought it was hilarious to see that she's actually fighting with her, because I'm just like, yes, tear her a new asshole, fight. At the same time, it's hilarious of like how Charlie even like starts the fight in the first place. That she calls her a bitch.
Yeah.
Yeah, she like calls her a bitch or something like that, and she just turns around.
Yeah.
Meanwhile, the co-anchor guy or co-host is going through the guy with the gas mask, and he's so miserable. I'm just sitting there thinking, like, how does he ever enjoy being in hell at this point?
Why won't anyone help me?
He ran by and he was randomly on fire.
It's like, the freaking heck! What the heck? How'd you get on fire?
Yeah, and I also love the after scene where, you know, they're in the limousine. Like, I've seemed to watch that one the most, just to, like, wanted to know what that was all about. Just seeing that, like, Vaggie is just constantly angry at Angel Dust for his rebellious actions that made everyone look like a joke. It's just like, I'm gonna kill him. It's like, oh, you can't kill me. I'm already in hell. Wait, if I double die, does that mean I'm in double hell? Yeah, you have to live with me, bitch. Get used to it.
That kind of raises questions, honestly. Like, they say they get rid of the population and stuff. So yeah.
Again, I have a theory that you could take this with a grain of salt. I did notice that when Alistair tried to take care of Sir Pentius, you notice that it looks like it looked like he was dead by how he took him out in the end. But then you see he's not dead. It's like, wait, how is he alive? And then my theory was, yeah, but here's my theory. What if demons can't kill other demons? Technically.
I mean, if you've seen freaking Angel Dust pull out a submachine gun from, you know, out of multiple arms out of its sockets and shot that snake guy.
Yeah,
Yeah.
So,
what I'm basically thinking is like, wait, what if the reason why they have angels cleanse them is because the demons can't technically kill each other?
No, they can hurt each other all they want, but they literally just can't physically kill them.
Right. The idea is that, well, my theory is that because they're high ranking, a simple Tommy gun is not gonna really take him down, and it also makes me wonder how strong Alistair really is.
Oh yeah, good God.
If he could just be holding back.
Oh,
True.
that's a scary thought.
Yeah, no joke. I'm like, okay.
Because on the looks of it, it's like a combination of I want to say it's like the combination of Mephistopheles or Mephisto in the Marvel comic combined with Slenderman and I'm trying to think like a good good third here. Like a Lovecraftian creature.
Yeah. Oh God.
I really want to see more Alistair. I really want to see.
Let's just hope that this gets picked up.
Yeah, no, everybody wants a piece of the radio demon.
Some in more ways than others.
and even though it has been confirmed by the creator, he's asexual.
Yep.
Yeah, I figured he'd be.
Asexual.
It's actually been confirmed by the creator. He's asexual.
So he doesn't have any sexual desire?
Nope.
No! Hence why his reaction to Angel Dust was more funnier!
Ha! No.
What can I do for you, my feminine fellow? I can suck your dick. Ha! No, you're lost.
Ha! No.
That's pretty much why it became more funnier, because I knew that Alistair was asexual, so when I saw that clip, I just died.
So,
I'm like, again!
So yeah, I much like everybody else, and by no surprise, I really love this two-parter. I do agree with Voice that some of the frame by frame could be worked on a little bit better, because some of them I can tell they're 2 frames instead of single frame animations. And I'm not gonna, I'm not saying this to try to harp on Vivzy. She and the rest of the crew worked very hard on it. Like, even just by still images, you can pause and appreciate whatever expression is given.
Mm-hmm.
Oh, I just one more thing. If there's any one character I have the most for, Tom.
Wait. You cut out a bit. What was the...
If there was any character I have the most sympathy for, Tom.
The guy with the mask?
Yep, Tom Tanks is his name.
Yeah, no, I seriously hope something actually works out for him. How much are you willing to bet that while the hotel is becoming more successful, Tom decides to partake in reserving a hotel room?
That is not within. That's not without. I see that within purview of him. Oh, I could see him being the first successful case.
Oh yeah.
Compared to Katie Killjoy.
Yeah. Also, this is something that all the chat's also been bringing up. The singing voice for Alistair is actually Black Griffin.
Yeah, we talked about that earlier.
Yeah, that's pretty cool.
Yeah, I did.
When I found out about it, I was like, wait a minute. Black Griffin? What are you doing in here?
Dude, Black Griffin gets around. He was the
has
voice
a lot of
in
content. He knows a lot of people, so I'm not surprised.
Oh, yeah.
He's been very successful with a lot of things.
I mean,
so
he
it's
was
no
in
surprise.
fucking Finding Dory.
Yeah, that's what I was about to
Wait,
say.
who was he in
the bird
Finding
from
Dory?
He was Becky.
He was Becky the bird, the loon.
Oh.
Wait, what?
Yeah,
Was,
I
yeah.
didn't know that.
that was him.
Becky, hoodoo.
I'll have to take a look at that. That intrigues me.
Yes.
That's amazing.
Yep.
So yeah, I don't have much else to say about Hazbin Hotel. Like, everybody else kind of like stole the show in my turn. Kind of like Alistair. So I'm not sure if there's anything else to say about Hazbin Hotel at this point.
Nah. I want this to get picked up.
Yeah, like I do like. Okay, I do hope that it does get picked up somewhere, or maybe if there's a good enough budget, there would be a second episode out at some point, and has a good enough...
Actually, you know what would be a good platform for this to go to?
What?
HBO Max.
Does HBO Max have any limitations?
I'm not sure, but I know it's picking up a lot of some of the Cartoon Network shows. I know they're doing like a series with Adventure Time.
Okay.
And given that, again, HBO's limits goes from like cartoons to Game of Thrones as far as content ratings. I do not. That would actually be a very good place for them to pick it for Hazbin to go to.
Okay. Just to finish, because I was talking earlier, that at the very least, obviously I do hope that this becomes successful. If it does get picked up, I do hope that the amount of freedom and the hilarious amount of content, just what you're able to find off of this. I do hope that if a network does pick up on it at some point, I do hope that they allow as much creative freedom as possible for Vivzy, on top of, hopefully, fingers crossed, improving the animation quality. Like, obviously, the style is amazing, but again, the frame-by-frame thing. So, I just hope that, it still, is allowed to stick with its roots of what made it such a wonderful thing to watch in the first place. Mm-hmm. Aside from that, I pretty much don't know what else to say about the pilot episode, other than it's a lot of fun. If you guys, anybody who's watching it on YouTube, I'll have it linked in the description box. You can check that out below, as well as any other sources of what we're about to talk about later in this podcast. So with that being said, anything else you guys want to say about Hazbin before we move to the next topic?
No, I'm good.
All right.
Support the creator, please!
Yes.
Jesus, look at the chat. Hashtag
Yeah, I did
hiccup.
that. I love it when chat unites under one hashtag.
That's hilarious.
Hotel has 7 million views.
Yes!
Hell yeah, buddy.
All right. Yeah, so, we ready to move to the next topic?
Yeah, I think we're good.
All right,
Let's do this.
let's do this. Leroy Jenkins.
Leroy Jenkins.
So, as many of you know, Friendship is Magic has already come to an end. However, with season 9, once again, this is once again talking about Friendship is Magic, and I'm repeating myself here. Basically, we're going through a rundown of what our favorite and least favorite episodes are, and as a whole, I thought season 9 was really, really good. I thought it ended really well, aside from the finale and such. As usual, we always exchange turns from the usual order, and as we do go over this, we are not going to include the finale or the epilogue, or the premiere. I think we can all agree they're all enjoyable.
Oh, yeah.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah, and at this point, I think it's fair to give, the attention to other episodes. So it's narrowed down to episodes 2 through 23. So there's 22 episodes to pick out of this batch, which seems kind of fitting because didn't this series, with the exception of specials, didn't it have a total of 222 episodes?
Yes. Although personally I count it as 206 because I count the two-parters as one episode.
222.
That's what it's labeled as. So anyway, so we're picking our top favorites and our bottom favorites. So with that being said, Jesse, you go first. What is your top and bottom?
All right, my top 3 for the last season is The Last Laugh, Frenemies, and The Big Mac Question.
Okay.
As for my top bottom, 2, 4, 6, great, a horseshoeing, and a Trivial Pursuit.
Okay, so go ahead and tell us about each individual episodes and why you rank them. Starting with your top 3.
All right, the reason I chose The Big Mac Question mainly as number 3, while it was a really great episode, it was really fun to watch. I was very happy that they finally made the ship between Big Mac and Sugar Bell fully officially canon. It did had its moments. I know Discord, Spike, I know you guys are trying, but just leave them alone. It was getting pretty annoying, but at least it ended on a high note. So I was very pleased on that. As for Frenemies, why it's number 2? Where do I start? This one was actually the most funny one out of all of the whole season. So I was like,
oh yeah, it was a riot.
Right, this was a gold. And what got me laughing the most is when the villains started singing together.
Yep.
I'm dead. Oh no. Oh wow. They actually gave him a musical number. Especially hearing T-Rex sing.
Yeah.
We heard Queen Chrysalis sing. We heard Cozy Glow sing before. T-Rex we have not. And the fact they gave him a singing number just killed me. Oh my god.
Yeah.
I don't know what I could do the most. Face palming my face in or laughing hysterically. Because this was just freaking too good. But the whole idea behind the episode itself was okay, so Grogan wants to try to get these 3 to work together by getting his bell, which is the source of his powers. Okay, I get it. That makes sense. So, of course, they're going to have compromises. It was very hilarious seeing these guys struggle. And when they finally got the bell and you see they're planning on turning against Grogar, I was like, uh-oh, they're planning betrayal. This ain't gonna be good. It's
They're
gonna
bad
happen.
guys.
It was a real nice hype for what to expect for the season finale, so I was very pleased with that one. The Last Laugh. Why is it my number 1? There are multiple reasons why. Mainly, this is another one of those Weird Al Yankovic episodes that we were waiting on. Heck, I can already heard Josh squealing, finally! Because he's been constantly whining about, bring him back! Bring Weird Al
Pinky's
back!
Pride was his favorite episode, I believe.
Yeah. But when they finally confirmed that he is coming back. That they're having Weird Al do one more play of doing Cheese Sandwich. I wasn't the only. I was also in that book. I was like, yay! Oh, how are we gonna pull this? For what it's worth, even though you know it's Weird Al, they actually did a good job with him, at least showing more than just a happy kind of emotion. Because throughout this whole episode, he was like super depressed. I'm like, oh, poor Cheese! Why are you so sad? And when he said he lost his laugh, I was gasping along with Pinky. I was like, what? How can you no longer laugh? What? But then I was also like having that shipper reaction between Pinky and Cheese Sandwich. It was like, oh, I can hear them now. The cheesy pie shippers are saying, ship, 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 ship. You know it was there. And as for the song, I really loved the song. It was a nice little touch-up about something related to the reference of Willy Wonka and the Chocolate Factory, which that was what I was getting throughout the whole episode. It was like, oh, it's a Willy Wonka-based episode. I like that. That's a nice touch.
Willy Wonka, Willy Wonka.
And then, especially when Cheese Sandwich wore a whole suit that, like, pretty much would be, like, his version of Willy Wonka. I was like, oh, no, they gave him the suit. No! And then, when you hear the name of his assistant, Sans, I'm like, oh, no. Why did my brain go in the wrong direction? Curse you, Undertale! Because I can't think. The only thing I hear about Sans is Comic Sans or Undertale. But at the end, what really made it official, like, oh no, I'm dead. I'm gonna die. He actually threw a pun at him, and that what made him laugh. Oh no, canon. He's now an Undertale Sans. So I was like having too much fun, just having a good laugh this episode. For it being called the last laugh, it was still amusing. And I definitely love good humor. Sure, the whole scenery itself still left a bit of a depressing vibe. I will not deny with what Voice's reason behind it is. But as for me, sure, it was going to have a depressive look. But that's to be expected when they weren't paying attention to the whole point of his mission, why he was doing this. So, of course, they weren't seeing it. So, there you go. That's why that's my number one for the episodes.
Okay, so now for your bottom three.
As for my bottom, out of all the episodes, A Trivial Pursuit was the worst one to me. It put the bad concept of Lesson Zero, and it made it 10 times worse. Like, Twilight, why? I get it. Okay, I understand you guys are trying to bring back that old Lesson Zero version of her, but this is just taking it the wrong direction. Okay, the face expressions, they were funny. I'm not gonna lie. But Twilight, you know better than to behave like this. We went past this stage years ago. What are you doing? Especially tossing poor Pinky aside just so she could win. I'm like, I can expect that from Rainbow. But you, Twilight? No! Just no! This ain't you at all! You're not a competitional! That's Rainbow and Applejack's job! Don't be taking their job! It left a bit of a sour taste in my mouth the whole time.
I'd just like to add, yeah, I also didn't like the episode because it just felt unpleasant to watch in general.
Yes.
It's a guilty pleasure for me. Next
one, the horseshoe. Trixie!
Yeah.
Simple. Trixie was being the biggest a-hole throughout this entire episode. Trixie, okay, I'll give Trixie the benefit of the doubt with some episodes. She did show some good themes for when she's with Starlight. Not this episode! She was horrible! She was absolutely, ridiculously, so out of character, stupid! It killed me so hard. Like, God dang it, Trixie! No! What are you doing? The winking thing ain't helping! Girl! Winking, this is not the time to be constantly winking at her. What are you trying to do? Seduce her or something? I got so mad at how she was in this episode. So it was like not my favorite at all, pretty much. But out of all of those, 2, 4, 6, great was the worst of the worst.
I feel you, sister.
Because the way they made Rainbow Dash be in this episode.
Ow, my fucking ears.
What?
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 What? What?
Motherfuckers got tinnitus.
What?
I was so pulling my hair out. I felt like my hair was gonna pull completely out with how Rainbow was acting throughout this episode. I was like, Rainbow Dash! What's the matter with you? Why are you acting like this? This should not be you! You are more of the encouraging type there ever was!
Your Rainbow Dash.
Way back with how you were with the Crusaders! Way back! You were actually supportive! What are you doing? It killed me so hard! I was like, God dang it, why do you have to make Rainbow so unlikable in this episode? Why? That's why.
If I were...
Just because
Go ahead.
of how they treated Rainbow Dash and how this episode was, it was just bad. I was not pleased with this episode. So, yeah, totally bottom down, not getting out. It is deserved to be stuck in the mud where it belongs.
At the very, like,
So
if
there you
I...
go. That's...
Go ahead.
I was gonna say, so there you go. That's how I feel about these episodes.
Okay. I just want to, like, give a personal opinion on something about 246 Great. Like, it's not a really good episode at all. Like, but I don't hate it as much. The one thing I will give it credit for, I like the fact that Smolder tore Rainbow Dash a new one.
Yes!
That's like the only upside. But there was way too many negatives to
Yeah,
top the
no, I'm not going to argue with that. But yeah, no, I'll definitely give it that. You know, it's like, because they don't come to watch them. No, you don't, but they do.
Yeah.
It's like, you know, you can't really sit there and dwindle on your own perspective of things. I'm not going to, you know, talk too much about it because obviously we got somebody else to go by, and obviously I volunteer going last. So, Ryley, you're up.
All right, for my favorite episodes, I'd probably say the top one is Frenemies. I just loved watching those characters work off each other. It was so entertaining.
Oh, absolutely.
She's All Yak was really cute. It's just a nice, wholesome episode about not judging, really, and just being yourself.
Mm-hmm.
And let's see, besides that, probably be... Where is it? Sorry. The Big Mac. The Big Mac question was really adorable.
Oh, absolutely, yeah.
Like, it's something... I mean, I'm still one of those people who thinks he should have gone with Cheerily. I'm sorry. I am. But it's still cute. It's still cute. For my bottom...
Brace yourselves. Every time we have to go for bottom, we have to hear the moaning, groping sounds.
Growing up is hard to do. That just was just... It was a really weird note to end the Cutie Mark Crusaders on. Like, honestly, it felt like an earlier season one, like you said, Golden earlier.
Yeah, no, okay. This is there were things that we said before we started the podcast, so that way, nobody who's listening in will get lost. But go ahead.
It felt really just throw away, and it felt more like they have these assets of the CMC and they want to use them now because they're close to the finale. Honestly, like they already had the rigs and they're like, "Hey, let's use this for an episode." Yeah, that'll be good. And it just felt really throwaway. But my least favorite is same as Jesse, 246 grade. Now, I just want to let some people know this. Rainbow Dash is my least favorite of the main 6.
Hell yeah, brother.
But even I thought that she was really mischaracterized in that episode. Because, like seriously, Rainbow Dash is that character who is always up for a challenge and always wants to, win stuff. So it felt like really out of place for her not to be interested in doing it and not to help them. Like, I watched the episode, watching him, and then just this really doesn't seem like the usual Rainbow Dash. And Rainbow Dash episodes have always been mixed bag for me. Tank of Memories is probably my favorite Rainbow Dash episode, but
Yeah.
she just felt really mischaracterized, and it really just felt, I'd say my favorite part of the entire episode is just when Celestia gets very, very competitive. That was the only good moment in that entire episode. I loved seeing Celestia act like that. But yeah, 246 great, not that great.
246 not great. Oh,
Not great.
Way to go. Feel proud of yourself for that one.
Yes, I am. And people can fucking hate me for that.
But yeah, that's pretty much all I got. On to you, voice.
All right.
Now, before the podcast started, I wanted to do something a little different. Because if I had to pick my top 10 of the season, a majority of those episodes would have been the arc. So that not only included the beginning, the end, ending, the end, the last problem, but that also included Frenemies, Sparkle 7, Between Dark and Dawn, Uprooted, and I'm forgetting a couple, Summer Sun Setback,
etc.
Yeah, etc. So I'm actually going to talk about the episodes that are my favorites. So
you cut out a bit.
Okay, so I'm going to talk about the episodes that are not a part of the arc that are my favorites. So number 3 on this is... Help if I have the list up. Where are you? There we go. Number 3 would be She's All Yak. One of the last truly great Student 6 episodes, and it's why I even though he's a new writer, I absolutely love Brian Holfeld. His stories are simple and you can easily predict it, but where he really shines is making the characters. I love and having really feeling for Yona, Sandbar, and even all the other teachers just trying to help Yona fit in, a la My Fair Lady.
Mm-hmm.
Was really heartwarming, and Brian Holfeld exceeded when it comes to the heart of it all. Number 2, I'm not sure if this is on anybody else's, but my number 2 would be Common Ground.
Oh, that's a good one, actually.
Yeah, I mentioned this has a very connection for me, because I also went through the step parent process. I mentioned this in my top 10 personal episodes. I was the last person of my immediate family to actually meet my stepdad, and I'll admit, and I said it was awkward because, again, I never met the guy, never knew what he looked like. And it turns out, after I got to know him over the course of a couple of months, I cherished his company, and we're nerds together. And now he's into sports. Just reminded me of the stuff that not only what's his name, Quibble Pants helping out with his future girlfriend, future wife, and stepkid, but also the fact that he was also closure for in real life with Patton Oswalt and his family.
Yeah, that was cute.
Yeah, and my number one is the Big Mac question.
Yeah.
It would otherwise it would have been the last laugh. But Big Mac question. This is outside of the main arc for this season. This is the most tightly written story arc. It's only 3 episodes long over 3 seasons, and you saw the progression of falling in love, conflict to proposal, and it all melts so well.
Yep.
Big Mac and Shirley are Big Mac and Ryley.
Keep it alive, man. Keep it alive.
Big Mac and Sugar Bell are the most adorable couple in the entire in all of Equestria. And just the moment where they propose to each other in front of the apple pear tree, my heart just stopped.
Yes.
That moment was just so sweet. And now to ruin it with my bottom 3.
Oh boy, brace yourselves.
As is tradition.
Yeah, time for the balloon to pop.
Okay, number 3. This is a controversial pick. I'm sorry, Jesse, but not my number 3 pick for worst is The Last Laugh. Now,
everybody has their opinion.
Now, I mentioned this in my review with both Will and Joey, that going into this, I actually did see this early before going to BronyCon because I knew we were going to review it there. So I wanted to get a little bit of perspective going into it. And the moment I started watching it, it also didn't help that the people who were writing it also wrote Yakety Sack. So again, not a good sign that you. So yeah, you're handing the last Pinkie Pie episode to the characters who killed her character. So going into again, already starting off bad, and then the moment they hit the factory, every bit of it, just pounding on things are not good. It's bleak. It's gray. It's sterile, and it's devoid of anything fun, and every time that they try to, instill a bit of laughter, because again, this is Pinkie Pie, it feels like every time that I want to laugh, it just came across as like a wet fart.
Oh,
I was like, I want to laugh here, but it really felt depressing, and going into that last bit where Cheese is back into the swing of things, and I should feel happy, but damn, that first 3/4 was just hammered in, and I was like I should feel happy, but I don't. And it was the only episode I ever came out where I actually physically felt worse after watching it.
Damn.
So
yeah,
you kind of had a feel of what when the wind blows gave you.
Hey guys, Wolfhead needs to be brought back into the call.
Oh shit! What happened?
He just got disconnected.
He misclicked.
Yeah.
Whoops.
There we go.
Sorry about that.
Okay. So the last laugh was not a good help. It also didn't help that the next episode is also 246 great.
Oh wait. Voice before you begin.
Oh my. Okay. You know what? I'll be back in a minute.
After these messages, We'll be right back.
I'm actually mad because I don't have a cold one to open.
All right,
Oh,
so continue.
Okay. 246 Great is not the worst episode of the show. Not the worst episode this season or of the show. There are a couple things that I actually did like in it. One, we mentioned before, Celestia. I know you're at 11, bring it down to a 3 with the Candlelight voice. 2, I know this hasn't been talked about a lot, snails. Snips.
He only cared about the business side.
No, well, even though he still cared about the whatchamacallit, he still at least cared about the cheer team, even though his main thing was for profit and stuff. But again, it was something added a little more to his character. Again, thanks to Buckball. But yeah, who the heck was this? Because this was not Rainbow Dash.
right?
Yeah, right? Right? Like, even I said that, and I'm not a Rainbow Dash fan at all.
It felt like did season 1 not happen? One of the most iconic episodes of the entire show. Well, Sonic Rainboom literally opened up with Rainbow Dash and Fluttershy talking about the elements of a good cheer.
Ow!
Yeah.
Fuck! Ow! Oh god!
Sorry, I had my volume turned down after earlier.
God. And I thought the screaming of all bottled up was a thing. God, anybody remember that?
God,
It's having Rainbow Dash again. I mentioned this in the podcast. In the review. Having Rainbow Dash coach the cheer team is not a bad idea. Like we mentioned that she thrives on sorry everybody. That she thrives on having having attention or having her ego built up. Imagine all of that, but towards other people. Like, she's the perfect fit, but her character was not in it. I didn't see one bit of it until maybe the last third, because she was written so poorly.
Yeah.
And then, okay, now my number 1 pick. Compare this to 246 Great, which is the universally disliked episode of this.
Drum roll.
Okay, here's the thing. 246 Great had only one problem with it.
Yeah.
Daring Doubt had so many fucking problems.
Yeah! Oh boy.
Oh my god, this was junk. This episode pretty much said every other Daring Do episode that we had this season doesn't count. So if you were a fan of Read It and Weep, Stranger Than Fanfiction, Daring Done, and yes, Daring Don't, all of that was apparently a lie.
Mm-hmm.
You all right over there?
Just wait until it gets to my turn.
Golden, are we gonna have to get the straight jacket?
Hey, you're one to talk when it comes to the fucking hate on 246 Great, or should I say 246 not great?
Wait, I'm not done. Also, I mentioned this. I understand that certain episodes are not fan favorites or they're not well liked. Again, the two I mentioned was Daring Don't and It Ain't Easy Being Breezies. But just because you don't like them doesn't mean you can't ignore them. Mm-hmm. And especially if they're important character moments. So having Fluttershy, blissfully tag along with Dr. Caballero, it completely ignores the point of It Ain't Easy Being Breezies about, the dangers of her element of being too kind. It literally tosses that out the window and says, hey, it'd be a good idea? Maybe we should listen to the Nazis.
Yeah.
Oh god!
What in the fuck?
Quite literally at this point when you think
so confused.
Yeah, quite literally when you think about the comparison to Indiana fucking Jones.
Yeah, it's I mentioned it. Yeah, I mentioned this. it's like, like again, if you flip it on the Indiana Jones parallel, it would be Marion saying, "But maybe Bellic and the Nazis had some good points. Let's hear them out."
So in other words, they nuked the fridge.
What?
I'm sorry.
No,
I had to.
No, I'm not going to blame you for that, because, like, how many Daring Do episodes were there? Like 4 or something like that? I'm talking about
total.
I'm talking about the ones where Daring Do was actually real. So you had
3. So it'd be Daring Jones, Stranger Than Fanfiction, done.
Daring Done, and then there was this one. This episode, Daring Doubt, is pretty much the Kingdom of the Crystal Skull of the batch.
Mm-hmm.
And I'm still not even done. The fact that they, again, the whole retcon with Ali Zodel.
Oh.
Okay. Apparently that. No, it fucking wasn't.
No, excuse me.
Do they have to redeem most of the villains in the series?
It should have been left off with Daring Done. It really should have been left off with Daring Done.
Pretty much.
Right?
Nope, they have to milk it out and bring out the Kingdom of the Crystal Skull.
And again, Daring Done is not a great episode, but again, it had some character relevance with some arc relevance with the pillar stuff. But honestly, if you wanted to say, that Daring Do has had some collateral damage issues, that's not necessarily a bad thing. Thing to talk about. But Daring Doubt is junk. It is obviously the worst episode of the season, and I will now pass it off.
All right, Wolfhead, you're up.
Okay, unlike the rest of you Philistines, I'm going to start with my bottom 3 and then go to my top 3 because I am an optimist. Let's see. My bottom third, or whatever, however the hell you say that sentence.
Yeah.
She talks to Angel. Now,
Oh, God.
oh my, I don't think there's never before have I ever talked to anybody about favorite characters. And has anyone ever said, you know who I really like? Angel Bunny. Angel Bunny is great. Not one person I've ever spoken to has ever said that Angel Bunny was great. And there's a reason for that, because Angel Bunny is a freaking asshole. Now,
Heck, even Silverquill doesn't like him.
yeah, that's saying something.
He's kind of grown on me.
Yeah, I heard it the first time. Growing like a big old tumor full of cancer.
Oof.
Oh, God.
That's an oof from me, bud.
But yeah, so that whole episode is just basically like, okay, what if Angel Bunny and Fluttershy switched bodies? And the whole episode is just Angel Bunny as Fluttershy trying to run the animal preserve and fucking it up. And Fluttershy as Angel Bunny in the I think Everfree Forest.
Yeah.
Yeah, in the Everfree Forest, like dodging death at all turns, and I'm just like, get out of there, Fluttershy! Oh no, get out of there, Fluttershy! The only good thing that happened from that episode is, the line I'm gonna repeat. Oh, I'm Fluttershy. I talk to animals. I want to
marry Discord.
Yeah. That's the only. It wasn't good enough to save the episode, but it was. I heard it and I was like, you know what? Fine. Fine. I will accept that, but I will not accept this episode as a whole. This episode is just trash garbage.
Mm-hmm.
Trash garbage.
So my next on number 2 of my bottom 3 is, I think it's going to be on all of our lists. 2, 4, 6, great.
Yep.
My man.
I'm just going to say the same thing that you guys said. It didn't feel like Rainbow Dash. Like, they made Rainbow Dash extra, not sassy. What's the word? But I don't want to call her an asshole either. She didn't want to do anything. Unlikable. Yeah, she didn't want to do anything. She didn't want to be a help. She didn't want to She didn't want to do anything. She was just focused on her own thing.
There are other words to say, but there are currently women present.
Oh.
Oh my god!
I like that. I like that a lot. Anyway. But yeah, Rainbow Dash just felt off in like her being like uncooperative. And Voice brought up a very good point where in season 1, she's literally teaching Fluttershy how to cheer. Now we fast forward all the way to season 9 where she doesn't want to do that anymore for like no good reason because she's super selfish now. This doesn't make any freaking sense. So yeah. And who was the character that was trying to get Rainbow Dash to cheer? What was their name? Snips or Snips?
Probably Snips.
Yeah.
Snips. I actually ended up liking Snips more than I like Rainbow Dash.
Ooh.
Rainbow Dash is a main character and Snips is a background pony. That's how bad that episode was.
Oh!
Oh my god!
You know Snips is a background pony. I was surprised that he got
Everybody
any lines
does.
in that episode.
Yeah.
So,
The fact that you liked him more than Rainbow in this episode, that's like
a
the
big
biggest
oof.
burn.
you know what was like made me laugh for that episode has nothing to do with the episode. It's the fact that when Saber Spark was at BronyCon,
Yes.
and he was standing on the stage and he said, Rainbow Dash really is the worst pony. And then AC Race Best and fucking the other guy jokingly beat him up. And then,
It was Dusty Cat. It was Dusty Cat.
Yeah.
And then the very next episode we get, everybody is tweeting at Saber Spark like, well, I guess Saber was right. He's been right the whole time.
Yeah. Yeah, man. I've been saying
Just
it
the way
since season
those
1.
Just the way those events lined up, I thought was humorous, where Saber Spark says Rainbow Dash is the worst pony. And then we get an episode where Rainbow Dash really is the worst pony for 22 minutes. That was really great.
That bit from BronyCon was my open gag for my video. That's great.
That's a nice choice.
Coincidence? I think not.
Okay, and my number 1 bottom 3. This is at the bottom of the barrel.
Drum roll and
Bottom of the barrel. The Last Crusade.
oh boy.
Oh boy.
The Last Crusade. Here's the thing about The Last Crusade. It's kind of like being excited for your 18th birthday and then none of your friends show up.
Oof.
That's what The Last Crusade felt like to me. Because the longest time, like, I'm not gonna lie to you guys, Scootaloo is my favorite Crusader. I love the shit out of Scootaloo. I think he's the best one out of both of them.
So I'm a Sweetie Belle fan myself, but
yeah, I kind of have an affinity for Scootaloo. So when an episode comes out where they're like, "Hey, we're gonna meet her parents," I'm like, "What? She's not an orphan? Huzzah!" And then they give us the episode where her parents are just like not listening to her at all, where it kind of seems like her parents are just like, "Yeah, we're just gonna move to this other place and we're gonna take you with us without like considering what you want." It's so shitty to me. And to be honest, I would have rather Scootaloo been an orphan. To be honest with you. I don't like her parents.
Ouch.
I don't. I would have rather had an episode with her and Rainbow Dash and Scootaloo being like, you know, I don't really have anybody to lay this kind of shit on, so thank you, Rainbow Dash. Like, I would have loved a Scootaloo and Rainbow Dash episode, because those are, even though Rainbow Dash is my least favorite pony, I kind of appreciate moments where Scootaloo and Rainbow Dash just kind of shoot the shit and hang out with each other.
Yeah.
I like interactions like that. Those are great interactions when Rainbow Dash is kind of being the big sister to Scootaloo. I love shit like that.
Yeah,
so that was my... Yeah?
Well, I'd say, like, it's not... well, here's the thing. I'm in your boat. Like, I wanted to like this.
Yeah.
But the more and more I thought about it, like, it started off strong. Like, the first half was really good. And then you really start to think about it and you say, no, these people are not good people. Or these are not good ponies. They're kind of awful.
Parents. They're not good parents.
Yeah. I kind of have to be on with you about The Last Crusade. Like, okay, you said, like, sorry for the interruption. I just wanted to add my own 2 bits, unless you got something else to say about, The Last Crusade.
No, go ahead, add them bits, yo.
All right, I'll try to get it done as soon as possible. Sorry for hijacking again. So you said that the best way to explain The Last Crusade is that you're excited that it's your 18th birthday, but nobody shows up.
Yeah.
The best way for me to describe this, and I'm not saying anything against, what you said, because that is a very accurate presentation, that you finally get something, but it's nothing of what you expect. This is the same feeling that I had, because the way this episode is presented, it's like a mixture of my feelings towards Parental Guidance and Crusaders of the Lost Mark, in that...
Oh, okay.
Oh.
In that you finally get to know who these characters are, but they're absolute shit. But the part that hurts me more that relates to Crusaders of the Lost Mark is that, especially given that this is the last season, we're never going to see these 2 parents again, and... This is just a bitter note to end on.
Yeah.
I agree.
So that's kind of how... Yeah. So anyway, that's kind of how I feel about this too. You finally get what you want, but you're never satisfied with it at all. And in fact, it's the complete opposite. Anyways, continue.
Yeah, okay. So I'm going to go to my top 3. Let's end this on a positive note, gentlemen and fair lady. Let's see.
Fair?
Between
Screw you, Ryley!
Ryley, you go right over there.
I didn't notice you calling me like that. Rude.
I was kidding. I was kidding.
Ain't you mad at me?
All right. Between Dark and Dawn, I love Celestia and Luna episodes. I have no problem coming out and saying it. I love Celestia and Luna episodes. I feel like the problem, at least for the first half of the series with Celestia and Luna, was that they were looked to as like these gods. Because you look to them as these gods, you don't look to them as characters. That's why whenever they have episodes to themselves and that they're just being characters and fooling around, that is also a great treat. Even like the scene when they started fighting at the picnic, I loved that scene so much.
Oh God, that scene.
There was a screen cap of them like. I think Celestia says, "Where have I heard that before?" But I don't know the context of the sentence. And then they both lift their butts up in the air to show their cutie marks. And there were so many screen caps of that.
I mean, are you really that surprised?
No, I'm not. No, the very least bit I am is surprised. But yeah, I love Between Dark and Dawn. I also loved how it ended, where Twilight is going Twily Nanas at the castle, and she broke the freaking whatchamacallit. And then they're watching the sun and the moon like go up and down, and then they're just sitting there going, "Do you think we should help Twilight?" And then they're like, "Yeah, let's go help Twilight." So yeah, my second pick is She's All Yak.
Yeah,
I am a sucker for like romantic undertones in stories. I like when I looked up the synopsis for the episodes before they aired, and I saw that Sandbar was gonna ask Yona to a pony dance. I was like, "Oh fuck yes, interspecies relationship. We did it, boys. We won. We can all go home now." So
mission accomplished.
Mission accomplished, boys. And the way the episode played out was just beautiful, like with them hugging and the star in the distance, and with Sandbar. And the whole time, Yona was like, "Yeah, but you're a pony and I'm a yak." And Sandbar has to be that character that's like, "It doesn't matter to me. You're my friend Yona, and I want you to do this with me." That was sweet. Like Sandbar was really heartfelt in that episode, and I got to give it to him.
Yeah.
My top number 1 episode in this whole season is Dragon Dropped.
I'm sorry.
I love Dragon Dropped, man.
Oh man.
No.
The one time we get Rarity to be such an obvious yawn
Here's
that
the
I
thing.
just kill
Here's
me.
the thing, though. Here's the thing. People get mad at Rarity whenever she's being super dramatic. I love it when Rarity is being super dramatic because it makes me laugh. I don't take Rarity that seriously as a character, even though I think she's like one of my top 3 favorite ponies. But whenever she's being dramatic, I just love it and I eat that shit up. Also, I love it that Spike is getting over Rarity and is just learning to leave her alone now.
Yeah.
Because that was a huge fandom complaint from the fandom. That every time Rarity was around, Spike would always get these hard eyes and go goo-goo for her, right? And then there were some instances where you thought that Spike got over her, and then the fucking Christmas episode comes out.
Yeah, and then he's having his crush again. I'm like, what the hell, writers, make up your mind. And not to mention, Rarity's biggest fan, that short, where Rarity uses fucking Spike for the flowy mane. That's abuse.
Yeah, I hated that short, dude. And Spike is just going along with it. I'm like, you are a sucker in love, my dude. You got to let that go. That's why Dragon Drop feels so good. He is
no, Dragon Dropped is creepy as all hell.
Creepy.
I'm sorry. I'm probably the only one who is thinking this, but am I the one thing that Rarity came across as a vindictive bitch in this?
I think that was the idea until she learned to let Spike go.
Yeah.
No, I'm sorry. I can't, again, I'm one of the few, I'm probably one of the few people that thinks this, but I was uncomfortable throughout this entire episode.
So the moment when Rarity showed up in Spike's bedroom and was looming over him, you wasn't a fan of that scene?
Okay, that
well, that was like several layers of fucked up.
See, that's the difference between you and me, Voice. You see some shit like that and you go, oh fuck no, nope. I see some shit like that and I'm like, this shit is hilarious. I love it.
No, but then again, as soon as the things kept on going out, with the stuff where it's like Rarity actively trying to destroy it, almost like Spike and Gabby's relationship.
Yeah, that was a dick move. I'm
sorry. No, that should, I know Will saying should they end a cat fight? No, it should have ended in a cat fight. Gabby should have slapped the shit out of Rarity.
Oh my god, I don't know if I'd go that far.
There's a point in the episode I made a playing "In Your Eyes" by Peter Gabriel with the record player. No, she should have been playing "Want You Back" by Cher Lloyd.
Oh god.
Well,
either that or
I though.
No, they're like any other song. Like in Voice's case, it'd be the Police's song "Every Breath You Take."
Yeah.
Oh god.
No, I think you're thinking of "Don't Stand So Close to Me."
No, Every Breath You Take is probably more suited.
You know, I think I dedicated a song to that episode as well, but it was that Panic at the Disco song.
Oh god.
Is it I Write Sins Not Tragedies?
No, that song has nothing to do with love, Golden. Wait, yes, it does.
It's about overhearing a cheating scheme during a wedding.
Yeah, you're right.
God.
I forgot the lyrics for a second. Which how the hell do you forget the lyrics?
Golden, what will you chime in with?
I chime in with the haven't you people ever heard of? Closing the goddamn door.
No.
Oh my god.
Anyways, continue, Wolf.
No, it was that Panic at the Disco song where it's like, if you love me, let me go.
Oh, this is gospel. Da, 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 da.
Yeah, that's the one. But just the chorus, none of the other lyrics, just the chorus. Just like, if you love me, let me go part.
Yeah,
that's a beautiful song.
Yeah, the prequel to The Emperor's New Clothes.
Yeah.
All right.
Yeah, but those are all my picks. I love Dragon Dropped. I love Spike as a character overall, because Spike is just like a dude that's he's trying his best.
Oh, dude, believe me, I have quite a lot of things to say about Spike in your on your regard. Anyways, anything else left you got?
Nope, go ahead, man.
All right. So, much like Wolfhead, I'm also going to start off with the bottom list before I get to the top list. I'm probably going to shorten down my thoughts because a lot of people have been saying a lot of things already. I'm going to first start off at the bottom. Well, starting off at the bottom, my number 3 is a horseshoe in. For one reason.
Which one was that again?
It's the episode where Trixie was pushing herself in to get a position at the school.
Oh,
and
okay.
Trixie is the biggest reason why I hated the episode. Like, prior to that episode, I know that she had her... I know that throughout, most of the series, people took issue with Trixie, like, in All Bottled Up and many other episodes, prior to that.
Yeah.
And I can see why. She's so egotistic. The constant saying of the great and powerful Trixie. It's like, stop saying your full thing. It's annoying. It's not funny. It goes from that to the constant fucking winking. Every time.
Right?
It's so ham-fisted in your face saying, hint, I'm trying to get into the school as a fucking position at the school. Hint, I'm going to continue saying it. Wink, hint. It got beaten in so fucking hard that it felt numb. I was so irritated afterwards. I'm like, we get it. Oh my God. Like, every step of the way, like, obviously her fucking up was expected, but when she's constantly doing it again and again, I'm just like, how many more times is she going to do this? Too many times. I will say the one thing to get credit to is when Starlight tore Trixie a new asshole.
Yep.
That was so cathartic to watch, and yet the whole thing is supposed to play up of Starlight being apologetic. No, Trixie deserved to have her asshole ripped into 4, not 2, 4.
Well, geez, that's graphic.
So, I'm gonna end it there. It's just Trixie. Shut up. That was the one. That's one thing that I will say about a horseshoe in. Like, most of the episode, like, it's just there. There was, a couple of moments here and there. So I don't fully hate this episode, but goddamn, Trixie just like...
You don't hate the episode, you just hate Trixie.
Yeah, and Trixie was so obnoxious in the episode that it just had to earn a spot. Like, oh yeah, that's the episode where Trixie annoyed the fuck out of me.
Oh, I think I'm gonna have to draw a picture of me and Golden, like, getting ready to beat down Trixie.
Okay, so going on to number 2 for the bottom list. Voice, I hope you're ready for this. It's Staring Doubt. This was such a stupid episode. I don't think I've ever felt so dumbfounded that the whole reason Aoizoto was, planning all these plots is because, I'm doing it because I want to protect the environment and I want to protect... Bullshit, dude. You're one to talk when in season 4, you attempted to summon 800 fucking years of scorching heat. Eat my ass. You're fucking lying through your teeth no matter what the plot is telling you to say.
I know, right?
You have done
I come back to eat my ass.
I'm just imagining Ali Zoto like looking at a piece of paper and he's like, "Really? You want me to say this? I mean, it's in the script. All right."
I will. I will offer some constructive feedback on this one. If they were going to, try to redeem Aoizoto, instead of playing up this whole, I was trying to be a good guy all along with, whatever that other guy's name is, the Nazi.
Oh God,
Cabaleron. Yeah, no, that shit was just like the whole idea of Fluttershy just blindly agreeing with them. That's just forced plot convenience. Like, I think that's where I can safely say that was forced. Like, they just did that just so that they can get the plot rolling about, it's about listening to multiple ends. No. If you're going to try to do this stuff, I don't know what to think of for Cabaleron, but I could think of something that would work better for Aoizoto. Having the artifact. Right. Instead of trying to, do the good for the world and such for the gods, how about you want to, like, impress the gods with your villain schemes and shit, or that the previous, gods that he looked up to were also villains and he never did a good job when he tried doing it. Like, maybe you should try doing something a little different. Like, that would have worked instead of, I was just trying to be good the whole time. Yeah, my fucking ass, dude. My fucking ass.
Can I add my 2 cents about Fluttershy real quick?
Go ahead.
I hate it when Fluttershy, when the script calls for Fluttershy to be naive, because Fluttershy is actually really smart. Fluttershy has had a couple of smart moments in the entire show. I forgot which episode it was, but I think it was the one where Discord was fading away because he wasn't being chaotic enough.
Oh, yeah. Discord and Harmony.
Yeah, that episode was brilliant.
I loved that episode.
I did, yeah.
She said, "I liked you because you're different from me," and I thought that was really sweet. Yeah. But the way she had to be chaotic, and she like picked at Discord's brain and predicted everything that he was gonna do before he do it. I'm like, yo, Fluttershy is really smart and actually pays attention to people, or ponies, I should say. She pays attention to her friends, and she's really like thoughtful. So whenever the script calls for Fluttershy to be naive, I'm just like, no, really Fluttershy. You know.
Yeah, oh yeah,
that's all I wanted to say.
Oh yeah, that's right. Desert Samurai mentioned Phyllis. Like that's one other positive thing I can say. I love that the episode ends with Phyllis, my little pony. Like that was funny.
Poor Starlight.
But yeah, no. Back to Daring Doubt though. Just obviously this is just what Voice has said this whole time. Yeah, it's so stupid. Like everything, like it's so easy to call out on so much bullshit, and this was just the worst way to go for the Daring Do episodes. Like I wasn't the biggest fan of them, but I didn't hate them. I liked Stranger Than Fan Fiction. That was a brilliant episode. Daring Don't was okay. You just had to stomach in the fact that Daring Do was real. Daring Done, if you can get past the idea of all the folks people being such idiotic sheep. Like, yeah, you might enjoy it. The only thing that irritated me about that is that, Dash didn't bother to fly away and escape from the clutches of Cabularon at that point. But this one is just all sorts of wrong. Like, wow. You can do much better justice with it. Like, you have an idea going there to supposedly redeem the characters, but you chose the worst. And,
yeah.
It's ranged from being frustrating to just downright stupid. So idiotically written. I don't even know who wrote that episode.
Nicole Dubuque.
Okay.
Same person who wrote A Matter of Principle.
Oh! That explains so much!
Oh my heart! Why, girl? Why'd you ruin one of my favorite characters? Why'd you make Fluttershy so bad?
The thing that hurts more is that because this was a conclusion of an arc, the episode, it's unskippable. You had to sit through it.
Unfortunately.
Yeah. But there is one episode that is skippable, and this is my number one, or I should say bottom one at this point. Wolf had already mentioned this before, but I gotta be prepared on what to say here, because I could be jumping all over the place. My most hated episode of Season 9 is She Talks to Angel.
Hell yeah, brother.
This whole episode is one of those switcheroo formulas where two characters have their roles on opposite ends. Fluttershy is now in the shoes of Angel Bunny, and Angel is in the shoes of Fluttershy. I've had nothing but issues with Angel in the past, and as Wolf had stated, with the exception of Voice there. Nobody has ever said anything to like about Angel Bunny. He's a spoiled little shit. He demands nothing but anything. It's just, if you've seen the episodes like Putting Your Hoof Down, Just for Sidekicks, and whatever other episode I can't think of at the moment, what kind of development? He was just this two-dimensional character. And just he does nothing more than just want to cause problems with people just to get attention. And at the end of the episode, that's what he gains. The very idea of having Fluttershy and Angel Bunny switch roles is the most terrifying experience, period.
Yeah.
And this is on top of the fact that Fluttershy is trying to figure this out while he just goes freely going around the freaking sanctuary and giving shit to the other animals because they neglected him. And one of which being that he wants to taste that carrot juice because, I just want to taste it. It tastes good, even though it's for emergencies. Like, he's just fucking selfish. And even though he learns, the stressful nature of what Fluttershy has to do, okay, that's great and all. Fluttershy went through so much worse. She's in the forest. She's getting attacked. She's almost in a life-threatening situation. She deserves none of that shit.
Yeah.
I agree.
This is just like, if you're going to make one of those switcheroo stories, and yes, I call it that, not Freaky Friday, so John Sun Games, please don't type in caps lock. If you're going to make that kind of story, have something that, has a proper balance between the two. A good example of this, and I'm saying this, very cautiously because Voice has had arguments about it. A Royal Problem dealt with Celestia and Luna arguing about how each of their jobs are worse or better, and they needed to understand how they needed, how their jobs were functioning and what kind of stressful consequences they had to go with it. That was an episode that worked well, but with She Talks to Fluttershy, it's just fucking Angel. The very idea of having him switched in somebody else's body, especially Fluttershy, to the point where she wears herself out so bad that it's just like, the whole journey behind this episode was painful, it was mean-spirited, and even though Angel learns the lesson that, Fluttershy needs to do stuff, what he gets in return for helping out... Again. God fucking damn it, Discord, don't do this to me. What part did I cut out at? I was on a roll.
Yeah.
Where was I?
I
was I cut out that long?
No, you only cut out for like a second.
Okay.
Yeah.
Basically, Angel Bunny becomes a little shit. He does a lot of things in being a little shit. And what does he get in return? More attention. Because, she can balance, use less of her, time working with the animals and taking care of, Angel Bunny, even though he's been raised by Fluttershy his whole life and has been spoiled so much. It's no wonder why when I see, Twilight kick Angel in the mud in that Castle Sweet Castle episode, that's very cathartic to watch. This episode, oh my god, just the very premise was so horrifying to think about. I don't know what writers were thinking about if they're going to do this. If you're going to develop Angel Bunny, at least put something else in his character other than just being a little shit or purposely being a little shit to others because he's assuming they're doing things for the wrong reasons.
Yeah.
That's kind of why I like She Talks to Angel because Angel's shit.
You cut out a couple of times, but I think I was able to piece it together. Voice, we cannot be friends.
Well, have a nice life.
This is where our road must come to an end.
But yeah, no, just this episode was so painful.
And it's,
go ahead.
It's weird. It's weird that you would give Angel this ending. It's kind of the same thing with Cabularon, where the bad guy gets a good ending. It's like Angel Bunny's whole thing from start to finish is that he was always mean and super abusive to Fluttershy.
Yeah, that's salad.
Well, I'd argue it would depend on the episode. Like
putting your hoof down.
If we're saying putting your hoof down just for sidekicks, yeah. But episodes like Scare Master or even Castlemania, while he is a jerk, he actually while a jerk in some of those episodes, he at least had some care for Fluttershy's well-being.
It would have been nice.
So again, it depends on the episode. It depends on the episode.
It would.
All right, I could agree with that.
I can agree with that too. It's just that most of the time, those episodes where he was at his absolute worst and nothing is properly justified on that behalf. And it would have been nice to have actually seen that work a bit better. But with She Talks to Angel, there's really no justification. I mean, yeah. Obviously he learns that, this is hard stuff that he has to manage, or that Fluttershy has to take care of, and, there's a reason for all that. But that's pretty much about it. I think he deserves a much bigger punishment instead of just, let's give him more attention by cutting down the hours of taking care of the animal sanctuary.
Yeah.
So...
But a part of Fluttershy's character is that she's super forgiving.
Yeah, and
super tolerable. I mean, there were a couple of moments where her friends were about to beat the shit out of Discord, and she was like, "No, don't do it." I think she did that twice.
Jedi
Three times,
Padawan,
probably.
I don't think that would ever happen because even Discord can just switch things back with a snap of a finger. He suggested that it could have been worse. Angel could have been switched bodies with Discord. It's like,
Ugh.
yeah, no.
Yeah, Discord.
God,
Discord.
no.
Anyway, your top 3.
All right, so I think I'm ready to get to that. I kind of beaten the whole she talks to Angel thing way too much. So, getting to the top 3 and ending this on a positive note, my third favorite is Between Dark and Dawn. This was an episode.
Hell yeah.
This was an episode I actually had to grow with because the way the episode started, you see the sisters coming and doing stuff saying, "Have no fear, the sisters are here to help and partake in everything." It's like, you don't need to say it out loud. It's like they're saying it to the fan base. Hey, we're doing stuff because you wanted to see it throughout the entire series. Okay, kudos. You don't need to, have these heroic speeches and such. But after that, they decided to go on their little road trip, and seeing them interact with each other and understanding their differences was fun to watch. Seeing them, that song where they're traveling around and you have this small little ball they're rolling around indicating, hey, we're traveling around the world.
Yeah.
But seeing the two differences, it just helped me appreciate, what they like and whatnot. I do want to say I really love, the fashion designs that they went for when they went to a makeup place. And you see that...
Oh, God, yes.
Yeah, you see that Luna's all in this happy color stuff, which is something none of the fans expected. Whereas fucking Celestia is wearing goth makeup. Like, that's hilarious. That is such a hilarious turnaround in contrast to... what you would normally expect. Because with with Luna, being in control of the night and everything, you would expect that kind of, goth sort of look to be a thing fitting for her. No, it's switched around and it's absolutely hilarious.
It was pretty funny.
I do, but it does make me appreciate, what each of these characters do enjoy. One likes to relax and the other one likes excitement.
Yeah.
Also an addendum, Gail Simone is an awesome writer.
Yeah.
Aw.
So yeah, that's just one of those episodes that I did grow to appreciate more. It's a similar thing with the Gabby episode, where the first time I saw it, I was annoyed with her being overly excited, but seeing the direction and motivation she had, I grew to appreciate it more, and for a number of other reasons. So with that being said, moving on to number 2, and that is the Big Mac question. Yeah, the Big Mac question. It's... I need to catch my breath for a second. The Big Mac question was such a wonderfully, very beautifully framed episode where it's all about Big Mac, thinking about how to propose to Sugar Belle.
Sugar Belle.
Yeah.
You almost said Sweetie Belle.
Because they both have Belle at the end.
Yeah.
Something that I should add on here, the reason why I enjoy the relationship between Big Mac and Sugar Belle, got that right this time, in contrast to, Cherry or Marble Pie, and I'll get to those in a bit, is because with Sugar Belle being a little more talkative, it allows Big Mac, with this difference in mind, to be a little more active. Playing off of what Voice said, that you have these 3 episodes about, expressing love and hoping to score a relationship, to conflict, to how things would be concluded.
Oh, yeah.
The thing about Big Mac is that he doesn't talk very much, or he doesn't speak that often, or having him say yup and nope. I was not a big fan of that.
Yup.
Yeah, and this is also why I did not like Marble Mac at all. Because with Marble not saying anything other than just saying, and that's it, it would not allow anything for Big Mac to do much of anything. Part of a relationship involves challenging them on what they can do to either adapt or grow for the other person. It's part of developing together. There would have been no development for Big Mac or Marble, period. But I will say that having, that scenario in The Best Gift Ever where she gets... that was just... That's unacceptable. Like, that was just a big what the fuck.
Being mean.
The thing I didn't like about Big Mac and Cherry is that, first of which, their relationship was incredibly forced and shoehorned in at the expense of the Crusaders. But even more so, I'm trying to find the word here. There wasn't enough screen time for them. Like, there wasn't much of interaction to anything. I mean, they humorously played it off at the end. So I got really nothing. Like, they didn't do anything with it. So I can't really say much about it. With Big Mac and Sugar Belle, it motivated Big Mac to step out of his comfort zone and take on a lot of things at the expense of how Sugar Belle reacts, how her personality plays a role in her, both of their relationship. And seeing that the others are partaken in this framing way, it was very beautifully designed. And I love how well it pays off by having their ceremony, their wedding ceremony held. I think it was at the pear and apple tree.
Yep.
Yeah. Okay. I just wanted to clarify that.
Also, probably someone pointed this out. Apparently, Starlight was not invited to the wedding.
Oof.
Someone still hasn't forgiven.
Oh god,
That's actually hilarious.
I also want to add that there was a background shot where Lyra and Bonbon proposed.
Yep.
Yeah.
And that was mentioned in I think the last problem too. Well, and it was in one. It was in the paper, but I forgot which episode.
I saw the two of them walking together as old people.
Yeah.
Oh,
well, no, they had in the newspaper. They had the wedding, and this is just my theory, but Cranky's obituary.
What?
This was my thought of what I possibly saw, but you saw there was a page where you saw Cranky was on there. My theory is that was his obituary.
Oh shit! Wait, was that in the epilogue? Because that would make sense.
I think it was in the epilogue. Yeah.
Okay, so I'm no longer sad. He'd be old as fuck.
Okay. God dang it. Don't scare me like that.
Old man yells at cloud.
All right, so
Old man yells in a dirt nap.
okay, so with that being said, the Big Mac question, very wonderful episode. Love how well crafted it is. Getting to number one, and this is going to be kind of cliche of me to say this. My favorite episode of season 9 is Sparkle 7, the 200th episode.
Oh, you liked the way it ended, didn't you, Golden?
It's not just the way it ended. I love that every character had a spotlight, had something to share, and yes, that also includes AJ. For all those idiots who are calling AJ a background pony, shut up.
Give AJ some love.
Yeah, no, she had her moment where she wanted to be, this musician, and she goes to play it off, and she has this alter ego doing it. And her part was a good role because she was able to get, one of those badges that the guards had. But a moment for Pinky, being incredibly silly. You have Fluttershy and Spike talking together. You have, obviously Twilight trying to plan everything. You have Rarity, who dresses up as the investigation outfit, the Carmen Sandiego outfit. You have fucking Dash being dressed in style. There were just so many good
I heard
moments.
she likes to dress in style.
She's in that Meg outfit. I was going to say Meg. No, Meg outfit. Like Hercules Meg.
Yes, it does look like it.
It does, yeah. And obviously the biggest thing is towards Spike. This is, I really love that they established that he was raised specifically with all, with the the Sparkle family, and that he's not treated like a pet, he's treated like a youngest brother. And outsmarted them in such a way, including the moment with Luna, cue the shot where she's petting one of the flamingo birds.
The geese.
Yeah, the geese.
That was my favorite clip.
Just a shot from below, and he's she's at an upward angle, and she's just looking down on anybody else. She's probably looking down on Voice of Reason the most. But no, it definitely pays off the moment between Luna and Celestia and how their arguments become a huge conclusion that Luna was the one in the right. And not just the freaking competitive nature that Shining Armor had, having this shit-eating grin every time. I'm just like, oh, God. It's like, most of the time, I just want to smack him. So, yeah.
Yeah, he was extra chatty in that episode.
Oh, he was such a dick.
Yeah.
But that's to be expected with an older brother.
So yeah, the competitive.
Am I wrong?
Yeah, no, like it gave such a great spotlight for each character to the point where you cannot spot something that was forgettable. Even some little roles, like when you have frickin' Maud come in and break down a wall.
Yeah.
So yeah, just the whole episode is just like wonderful from beginning to end. I just got like, it's one of those episodes that I have no complaints of. And in contrast to the rest of the series, as far as milestones go, I like this much more than Slice of Life. People love Slice of Life because of the fan service and such, and it was rather polarizing to say the least. And obviously, you know, it's just, you know, the animators and writers just having fun doing what the fuck ever. Whereas Sparkle 7 was a great, beautiful, respectful nod to to each of the characters, what the voice actors wanted to see their own characters do, and write it all into this one episode and make it work very coherently. There was a lot of effort put into this, to the point where I just can't help but appreciate it. So this also ranks up there as one of my favorite episodes of the series. It was very beautifully written and paid off.
Hell yeah.
So yeah, that's my number one pick. And as far as concluding this topic, the rest of season 9 was pretty good. For any episodes that we may not talk too much about, like, we're not going to stay here too long because we've been here for a while, but as a whole, I really like season 9. And a lot of people would say that it's a greater improvement compared to season 8.
That's not saying much. Season 8 is considerably the worst season of the show.
While a lot of people hated season 8, while people hated season 8 a lot, season 6 was still the worst for me.
Oh yeah. Didn't you hate reviewing season 6 like notoriously?
I don't know what you mean by that. Like, I think you may have gotten that mixed up with how critical I was when reviewing season 4.
Oh yeah, you're right. You're right.
I was critical when reviewing season 4. I was glad with what I got to see in season 5, with some moments that got me questioning my, you know, everything. But season 6 left such a bad taste in my mouth. There were some good episodes, but I hated season 6.
Season 6. Well, it's a tough one because initially I thought season 7 was a middle of the road episode. I actually think I don't remember what happened in half of the episodes in season 7. I think that might actually be my least favorite season.
I was able to get some things, like Rarity losing her mane. And screaming her ass off when she found out.
Yeah.
Rarity.
Yeah. And
but yeah, episode paid off though.
Go ahead.
But I say season 9 overall, I think, is my favorite season.
Okay.
Yeah.
Season 9 for me is like, I put it in the second tier.
The second tier? Okay.
Well, yeah, second tier of personal favorite season. The season that I liked the most was definitely still season 5. It's still number 1 on me.
Yeah, it's still number 1 for me too.
I think season 5 had the lead out of the, as far as bad episodes, they were the least bad.
Season 5 and 4 are my favorite seasons, honestly.
Yeah, because, like, if there were any episodes I really didn't like during season 5, it was pretty much 2 of them. What about Discord and the Appaloosa's Most Wanted?
Yeah. Well,
Go ahead, voice.
Yeah, I think with me, like, again, the only two that I really liked. Again, one of your favorite episodes was "Do Princess Dream Magic Chief." I actually didn't like that, and the other one being Scaremaster. But that's really small potatoes when, like, in comparison to, like, you know, Daring Doubt, Rainbow Falls, Matter of Principles.
What was that? What was that one you said before?
What Trigger episode?
Trigger episode, yeah. Because, like, okay, with season 8, I know that Matter of Principles became your most hated episode.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, but anyway, yeah, I think that does it for the best and worst of the season 9.
Yeah. So, anything else anybody else would like to add?
No.
I have, like, one little additional thing when it comes to she talks to Angel.
Mm-hmm.
I'm gonna say this. Royal Problem did it better.
Yeah. And that's going to upset Voice because he said, no, it's not the same ideal formula.
Well, no. I said it does. I said it doesn't count because they don't actually swap bodies.
Tomatoes, potatoes.
I still, like, even though people call it the Freaky Friday, I still call it the switcheroo story because I didn't know about Freaky Friday until up to this point.
Yeah, fair enough.
Yeah. That's just me being an entitled prick, though.
You said it, not us.
Well, at least you're honest.
Anyway, moving on.
Yeah, let's go ahead and move on to the next topic. So, here's a new segment I invented recently.
Cut out.
God fucking damn it, Discord, you cocksucking piece of fucking shit! Let me
angry.
Yeah, let me restart that. This is Video2Video. Video2Video is a recent segment that I invented where everybody shares one video and we talk about it through each turn. And this is something to help give some awareness, to give some attention, and plug them in so that way you can see it for yourself. These videos will not be played during the podcast because, for one, it's watching somebody else's content, and two, I don't know how to set up, showing these videos. Three, I could stumble upon some copyright issues because there's some of them here.
Yeah.
Fair enough.
Yeah, so with that all being said, we had to make sure that, we would identify what these videos are. As usual, we go from top to bottom, and I volunteer going last. So, Jesse, you're up.
Alright, the one I presented was basically this animatic of one of the art stream videos from one of the artists of the Hazbin Hotel group. This person was the actual one of the animators for this whole show, this whole pilot episode. She was the one behind it all. She would occasionally have the actual voice actors partake, and there were moments where where the two characters who voiced Angel Dust and Alistair constantly flirt with the artist because of the fact she reacts really badly with being bashful. One of the cause of it was mainly when the guy who voices Alistair was saying her name in his voice. She said in her reaction, and I quote, "Don't say my name, Miss Alistair, that's really weird!" And she freaking squealed. It was like a fangirl overreacting to their favorite character saying their name. I'm like, God dang, that sounds like me in a nutshell. I can relate. But this one in particular, not only did we had her have a little moment, it was pretty amusing. We also got the guy who voices Husk partake a little bit in it, and then we had the two characters try to flirt with the creator of the whole series, Busy herself. One of the things he said that Alistair does as his quote-unquote flirt tactic is he says, "Draw me like one of your cartoon characters."
Yeah.
And of course, she laughed hysterically. This was a nice little... I like the guy's art style with drawing out the characters. He kept it close to the actual animated style, but at the same time, he also did his own little flair with how he designed the characters. He has done other animatics. Even he had done a couple of them that were actual animations. This person, I definitely enjoyed their content. They did a great job with their animatics and the way they draw all the characters. Give this guy some love, guys, because this person's really great with their videos.
This is something I've seen portions of, but this was supposed to be an animatic of a scene for Hazbin Hotel, right?
Yeah, they're just bits and pieces.
The very fact that you have something like that in there shows how much passion is put into it. And that's something that I think is very welcoming, especially given the hype factor that is Hazbin Hotel.
Indeed.
Yeah, so anybody else who, if you haven't seen the video yet, definitely check it out. It's a lot of fun. Anybody else who wants to add in on this video? Ryley, Voice, Wolfhead?
No, I'm fine.
I'm good.
All right then. So yeah, anybody who's watching this on YouTube, once again, I have it linked in the description box. I also have it linked in the chat room, the chat box for anybody who's watching it on Twitch. You can check that out. That being said, Ryley, you're up. Let's see what your video is.
Okay, so mine's called Depression Does Not Equal Creativity by Renegade Cut. And it talks a lot about like the common misconception and really misleading what's the term I'm trying to say? How the media tends to like portray the suffering artist, like that the artist, because of their like mental illness and stuff, that's what makes great art. But no, mental illness is something that above all else needs to be put in check. To say that somebody gets their creativity from their mental illness is not a healthy mindset at all. And it's like it mentions in the video, one of the biggest portrayers of this is Kanye West, who won't take his medication because he says it interrupts his creative process.
Oh,
and,
yikes. That's a recipe for disaster.
Yeah, and the guy's been
dear.
hospitalized, and he has like really bad bipolar, and it's just this whole thing about like how an artist needs to suffer, how an artist like is only good because they suffer or because they have a mental illness. And no, mental illness is just something that's part of them. It doesn't drive their creativity, but it might like some of it they might go in spite of it, like it might motivate them to do in spite of their mental illness. But to just say that all the creators have mental illnesses and it's the mental illnesses that make them creative is really a dangerous mindset and can lead to really bad results.
I can definitely see that piecing together. Like this, it's a good thing that videos like this kind of call out on it, because having this issue sit there, getting worse, is just a ticking time bomb. And yeah, I can't think of anything else other than that's just a really important video that I would be absolutely honored to plug into, because this is stuff people need to know about.
Yep. And he talks about the Miyazaki film Whisper of the Heart, and how it goes into like the real problems that a creative person has to go through when they're gonna face hardship. The path in their life isn't exactly an easy one, and how others may look at it as just something that's not a real job and stuff. Like they actually delve into that in that film, and he talks about that in relation to how the media portrays mental illness and stuff. And it's it's something that's not said enough, and it's something that people need to understand, that people aren't good because some creative people aren't good because they have mental illness. They're good in spite of their mental illness.
Very true.
But yeah, that's pretty much all I've got. It's yeah.
This is a video that I still have yet to watch more of, but I have seen Whisper of the Heart, I believe it was, which would eventually gain a follow-up that was The Cat Returns.
Yep.
Now, I've seen Whisper of the Heart, and I was a little bit on the mixed bag. Like, I thought it was a good movie, but it didn't do anything to leave an impact like it did with, Princess Mononoke and Spirited Away. But I do appreciate that somebody would spend the effort doing that. At this point, I'm kind of repeating myself. I'm going to hold myself off for anybody else and what they have to say about it.
Did you cut out?
Discord?
Golden?
Yeah. I am withholding myself from getting angry again.
Golden, are you saying you're not going to howl at the moon?
Ryley!
Anyways, to repeat myself again, I'm already repeating myself here. I do open myself up. I am going to try to open myself up to anybody else who wants to share something about the video.
There's
I got
nothing. I got nothing, but I think Ryley just put it perfectly.
Yeah.
I
I'm reading what Magical Star said.
Golden is this close to killing someone. Oh no!
Yeah, no, I just mentioned that. So yeah, I'm gonna try to disregard that. The video I'll gladly have linked in the description box. You know, if you haven't seen it, check it out. I have yet to check out this one. With that being said, I'm gonna go ahead and pass it to Voice. Let's see your video.
Okay, now recently I've been binge watching a bunch of D&D channels, so I've been recently subscribing to stuff like Puffin Forest, DM Lair, again Critical Role for that, and one channel I stumbled upon. It's called All Things D&D, and they have a thing called Narrated D&D Story, where people will actually submit tales from their D&D campaigns, whether serious or not. And this one is serious. It's called How a Single Punch Ruined an Entire Campaign.
Oh god.
Yeah, and it's not in the fun sense. So the narrator of the story is playing a chaotic good cleric, and it wasn't known to them while they were playing that most of the party were neutral. So they came across, like, one of the encounters was a werewolf. What ended up happening was one of their players was a dragonborn paladin. Rolled a nat 20, knocked him out completely. After they were saving from an attack. And what ended up happening was one of the characters left again. They knocked out the werewolf and left him in the tent with one of their wizards. It woke up, and the wizard ended up getting caught with the curse of lycanthropy. Now, what ended up happening was, because they were consumed by the curse, they ended up going insane.
Oh.
And at that point, the only person who was, because they were going insane, they started to target the little girl.
Oh shit.
And it to the point of torture and death. But during the entire time, the player of the cleric wasn't sure if they were at one point telling the player to knock it off, or the DM didn't step in to saying, "Hey, if they're going to with this campaign." And what ended up happening was because of the events of the wizard killing off this NPC kid character, the cleric ended up killing the wizard player character.
Okay.
And that the next day they had to end the campaign because of because again, one of their characters killed another, and two, the game was no longer fun. So it's a point of it's like, where do you draw the line when playing?
Oh yeah.
And again, all things D&D, like people not being invested in the game, or I'm just throwing stuff out here. That's on the list. Some of them are funny, like how a party discovered.
You cut out there.
Oh,
yeah, I know. Discord, stop it.
Basically, they were saying there's I think it's a funny story, like how the party discovered that giant were powered.
The giant what power?
Frogs. Giant frogs are overpowered.
Okay.
What the heck?
Yeah, Discord's being a bitch.
And then there's some emotional ones, like how a player death affected everyone.
Apply what?
Plague.
how a player character's emotional death caused basically the entire party to cry.
Ooh.
Brought the entire party to tears. Yeah, I highly recommend it. It's a fairly new channel. It's only been up for months.
How many months?
6 months.
6
so
months. Okay.
If you want, there's a way you can like submit to you can submit stories to
channel?
to their channel. I forgot. I just got. It's on their all things D&D website.
I think you scared away Nicole.
God dang.
Yeah, D.com spelled with an N, and you can actually just submit your stories to there.
Okay. So, as usual, I have the link posted in the description box. I just want to give my 2 cents on this story. Given how dark this is, are you sure it's not Halloween anymore?
It did get released on October 30th.
Oh.
The joke works.
Yeah.
Pretty much.
Yeah, it's pretty dark.
Okay.
And if you ever wonder, like, whenever you're playing as a player character or as a DM, you have to wonder, okay, when do you stop this? If someone, like, you basically got to read the room.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
That's like,
I can only take so much from this. Like, obviously I can see, the emotional end on how this would play out. But this also is, like, this would definitely be something for people who play D&D. If you haven't played D&D that much, this may be too alienating. Like, I'm just saying,
Yeah.
like, this is a really good video. Like, I'm not going to, like, criticize, your choice or anything like that. None of that. This is something that, if you're, like, at the very least, if you're going to get involved into playing Dungeons and Dragons, I think this is one of those stories that will teach you the lesson of when you're going too far with anything.
mm-hmm.
That's the most that I can get out of it so far. This is another one of those videos where, just being upfront and honest, I haven't seen it. But hearing your story about it, like, there's a lot that I can see happening and why I can see it's such, like, an important video.
Yes.
Yeah. So, anybody else, aside from voice, does anybody here play D&D?
I want to learn.
I used to play something similar to D&D before my daughter was born, but I haven't got a chance to get back to anything relating to D&D in a while. So I'm very familiar with what's supposed to happen in these kind of scenarios.
Yeah, I play occasionally, but I'm still kind of new to D&D, so I'm still wrapping my head through about all the rules and shit.
Yeah. So,
But
go ahead.
I was gonna say, like, to say about the my response for what happened in this video and stories relating to that. This is basically relating to a Reddit call that was known as like r/bad RPs. There are a lot of scenarios with a similar kind of concept of what happens. This one is one of those few where I'm kind of surprised that this person took it that far and nobody stopped them. Until it had to get to that one point where one of the players had no choice.
Yeah.
So I'm very familiar with these type of stories, and I enjoy these type of stories because it's like, ooh, you never know what be a good what type of roleplay this person did. It left a huge impact on said scenario. Could be fun, could be emotional, could be rage-inducing.
Yeah. Well, yeah. I might. I'm thinking about submitting.
You're thinking about submitting
One of the stories from the Welcome to the Show campaign, if anyone watches Welcome to the Show, thinking one of the things I might submit is the Fire Elf trial, where Sonic the Hedgehog saved my butt.
Wait, do you mean the Ultimate Showdown?
What?
This is the ultimate.
No. There was a point in the campaign
Where?
no, there's a point in the campaign where I'm fighting it's 1 versus 9 against a bunch of cave trolls.
Mm-hmm.
I ended up slipping, trying to sneak behind one. Troll sees me. The first thing I say is, "I'm over there." He falls for it and turns around.
I actually like that. I like that a lot.
And that was the point where Sonic the Hedgehog saved my.
Where Sonic the Hedgehog saved my cut.
I'm guessing YouTube is coming in and trying to censor everyone. All right. So, anything else somebody has to say about this video?
No.
I'm good.
All right. So, Wolfhead, you're up.
Okay. Before I get to my video, I would just like to say that Jesse Barr had a cute animatic. Ryley had a serious video about how depression doesn't make you a good artist, and then Voice of Reason had D&D. Here, I don't even know what the fuck to say about my video other than it's a video I picked. Okay, so it's an Adult Swim video, but it's not really promoting anything. But I will talk from the stance of how well it's animated. So how the fuck am I going to do this? There's a head, and it's a bag. It's a head bag.
What?
I don't know how to explain this fucking video, dude.
It's a big what the fuck am I watching video.
It's a big
Right?
what the fuck am I watching video. Golden has it correct. If you want to watch something that's gonna keep you up for 2 hours, I would suggest that you watch that.
Oh god.
Check it out. It's really good.
Oh
Yeah.
god, that video.
Yeah. I just love how he reacts to that. The thing that's utterly creepy is just the eyes and the mouth. It's all red. Is this an evil person or not?
I don't think this person has any motive. I don't even think this is a person. I just think this is a model in Blender, and people are just fucking around with it.
I remember this. I think Aeon showed me it once when we were
Aeon, my man.
Yeah,
Hell yeah.
Yeah, it looks like it.
It's incredibly bizarre to look at.
I mean, it's creative. I just got they use the fan.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Oh god.
It's a strange video. I'm really sorry that I didn't that I can't really approach this in a descriptive way, because how the hell do you actually explain this? That was funny and horrible to watch. Thank you. I mean, I didn't make the video. I found it, but thank you. I was gonna share another video, but you guys are too young to see that one.
Yeah.
Hey.
Yeah. Not you, Jesse.
I will say this much. I think it's a video that's going up on your channel.
It's already up on my channel.
Yeah, it already is. It's a video that is actually 18 plus, so it's not for children. I'm gonna say it that much. So,
It's age restricted, so
yeah, it's age restricted, so you should not be able to, watch the video until, you reach 18. Sorry to be that person, but, we got to learn the safety of what content is being shared to children online, because apparently it's a lot more common now that children are online doing stuff, and they're going around places they're not supposed to go.
yeah.
Yeah.
Up here lying about your
Oh, by the
age.
way, guys, unfortunately, I do have to cut out. I'm about to have to get to work.
All right, get some
Okay.
rest, dude.
All right, thank you.
Bye,
Hey,
boys.
And there goes that one. But yeah, give
Now we're down to 4.
So yeah, give a round of applause for Voice of Reason. So finally, well, before I get to my turn, is there anything else you would like to add, Wolfhead?
I like the video. And
Okay, then.
in the chat is just fuck.
Oh my god.
Yeah, everybody in chat watch it. I want all of you to watch it. I don't work for Adult Swim, but I want all of you to watch it.
Yeah, definitely.
Faith, don't watch it. I don't want to corrupt your pure eyes.
I think Faith has gotten into some of the NSFW territory. Like, okay, like I will say this much: I do know, like everybody knows Hungry Salma and how adorable her artwork is and her personality. She can be very, very NSFW sometimes.
Oh yeah,
And,
Oh my.
and she's a hard drinker.
Oh, okay. So NSFW, hard drinker. These are both great qualities.
And she's the example of adorable. Oh no.
I also would like to add, John's Sun Games. Sorry, man, you gotta wait another 4 years before you're allowed to see Wolfhead's video.
Yep.
Yeah.
And don't you
dude.
dare go to your profile to change your age.
Now they're
Yeah,
actually
that-
gonna do it, Golden. You just gave them the idea.
Oh fuck, I did. Don't watch it.
Okay, Johnson, if you want to keep your sanity in one piece at the age you're at right now,
Wait till you get to the proper age.
Yeah.
Jesse, did you see the video?
no, but I'm very aware of Adult Swim's content, so I know a good number. When I hear a WTF kind of video, I'm like, yep, I know this is going to definitely mess with my head.
Okay.
Yeah.
Holy cow, y'all still going.
yeah,
Yes,
Bliss,
Lightning
we're
Bliss
almost
are still
done.
Here.
Yeah, this podcast also went on for a while. I think it's time to get to my video. And this one, I'm pretty sure a lot of you would enjoy this one a lot. So I originally was going to try to go for something that a lot of people are familiar with, but they would also have to know pretty much all the material out of it, simply because it's kind of the idea of how we would start this, but maybe next time when I do another one of these videos. So instead, I have something else to share, and as I'm typing down my name and the link, this is the recent, was the recent music video of Ninja Sex Party that was the cover song "We Built This City."
We built this city.
We built this city on rock
and roll.
This city. Okay, go ahead. I just wanted to do that.
So yeah, I just want to add two things. The first of which, I really love how the video is edited. That you just see that Dan comes popping out of a bedroom and he's walking around a house and he's got these secret entrances to these other locations or these other places like they're portals or something. This isn't the first time that happened. In the Africa music video, a fridge opens and Tupperware Party Remix comes in, brings them in, and they're in this what looks like some kind of station, and it looks like a village design. They have a balcony up above with windows and everything. It's just what the hell like house design do they have? And it's just fun to look at. The second thing is that given the reputation that Dan Avidan has, I read the comments, and the most hilarious thing I read out of it is, wow, the first day and everybody has already lost to No Nut November.
I mean, he is a handsome man.
He
I'll give
is.
him-
Like, he's definitely one of those type of people that we need him in this world. Like, the man is 40 years old, but he looks like he's in his 20s.
Takes care of his body, man.
Secret.
Yeah, but I really love the creativity that goes into, this bizarre world that he creates inside the house. One of which is freaky as hell, but it just works. And it's this column. I don't know the word, but it's this hallway that's filled with a bunch of dead branches, and they have neon lights of green and red, and he looks like the Joker when he's there, like his lips are glowing green and everything. It's freaky as hell. It's only like 2 or 3 shots, and it's like one of the most memorable moments in the entire video.
Well then.
Yeah. But yeah, no, it's a video that is just fun to watch in general. Even if you're under 18, you can watch this video. It's fun to watch. Mm-hmm. Yeah, this is also including the fact that okay, I don't want to go into too much territory, but I like the original song, We Built the City by Starship. It has an unfortunate reputation for some of the dumbest reasons, in which I could go on a tangent about, but I'm glad that Ninja Sex Party gave it the cover treatment. Obviously, it's the first track of their next album, Under the Covers, which I still have
Volume 3.
Volume 3, that's right, because I remember having the first two, been a fan of those albums. Their album is yet to come out November 15th. I still have had to get myself a physical copy, because I've been collecting those ever since the first one. So hopefully, I'll be, have a physical copy, of the third one. It kind of came up when I least expected, so. But, like, Wolfhead, I believe you're a fan of Ninja Sex Party as well?
Yep. And that's all I have to say about that statement. No, I'm joking. Ninja Sex Party, I don't know. I can't remember if Keyframe got me in a Ninja Sex Party or if I got myself in a Ninja Sex Party. And that's a weird thing to say because I can't remember that far back. But yeah, Ninja Sex Party is a great band. Like, all of their songs are super good. And I like Ninja Sex Party so much that I actually like their other band, but it's the Game Grumps.
Oh, Starbomb?
Oh, yeah, Starbomb.
Starbomb. Yeah, I listened to that album, and there's literally a track on it where Aaron, where Dan is like, "Hey, Aaron, can you check the mic?" And then Aaron just goes off on a rapping tirade. He just starts rapping his ass off, and then he just goes, "By the way, my favorite video game is Zelda." And then Dan comes in, and he's like, "Aaron, that was amazing. Can we put this? Can we put this in the album?" And then he goes, "No." I think there's a good chance that Keyframe introduced me to Ninja Sex Party. There was a live performance. I forgot where it was located, but it was the first song he performed was called "The Decision." Oh, okay.
Yes. And the way it started out, it's just a simple little beat, and I see just Dan hopping around on stage. As soon as I hear him singing, already I love this guy. Like, even prior to that, I first found out about Dan as part of Game Grumps, and the thing I remember the most is how giggly he is. He laughs at everything.
Yeah.
He does laugh at all kinds of crazy
He's
stuff.
a giggly bitch like me, so I can really...
He's worse than me!
Yeah, no, like, I will never stop watching that freaking Mickey Mouse Capade video. Where
Come
Aaron,
on, game designers, get with
Aaron's like impersonating the AVGN mock wannabes, and like freaking Dan is just laughing so hard, and periodically you hear Aaron just like come close to the microphone and say, "Bitch, bitch."
This is a bunch of poopy ass vomit.
Poopy ass vomit.
But with the Ninja Sex Party, I've seen that the band has grown massively. Like. Some videos that I cannot even recommend because some of the implications they have. Like they're 6969. That's their Bohemian Rhapsody pretty much. But there's also Danny Don't You Know, which even though it has the F word in there, I absolutely adore that song.
Dude, there was a collab animation video and Keyframe got in on it.
Yeah, I actually saw her work in progress with it. I will say this much. If you haven't seen it yet, definitely check that out. I should have included that one for Video2Video. Now that I think about it.
Too late.
Keyframe's going to kill me when she gets back home. She's going to get back.
She's going to drop kick you right in the kneecaps, dude.
Oh, why did you include my video? But yeah, no, I'll definitely include that in the description just to give it attention and give support. Because Keyframe worked very hard on that. I've seen a work in progress. She wanted me to help her out in a few areas. Like, I've been more experienced with Adobe Animate or Flash compared to her. So there were times when I would help her out with it. So, yeah, there's other detail in which I can't say too much about because, again, I'm going off a tyrant here. I was just sharing the music video of We Built the City, and it's just a fun video to watch. I've been watching it nonstop, listening to the song nonstop because despite that it's a wonderful cover, I just love the song itself.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Draconi plays the mamba. Listen to the radio. Copyright struck.
Here's a list of things that Brian likes to suck. Dick, 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 dick.
And there goes to the monetization.
That's an actual song. I think it's called "If We Were Gay" or something like that.
Yeah, If We Were Gay, yeah. That's one of their much
Okay.
much earlier songs. And the way it ends, it's both cathartic and hilarious at the same time.
My God.
So yeah, there really isn't much else to say about it. I mean, like, this is the first segment. It's trial and error. Hopefully in the future, you know, whenever a lot of us have videos to share, we can have something more to say about it.
Yeah.
Yeah. So I hope that this segment works well in the future, because I do want to plug in some other content and give some, you know, attention to other content. So for anybody who's listening and watching this on YouTube, I have them linked in the description box. You can check it out. Everybody else is in the Twitch. I think we're ready to go to the Q&A and wrap it. You know,
Actually, Golden, I have one more video for you. It's only like 10 seconds long.
Well, I can't watch it at the moment.
Are you trying to pull on me right now? Are you trying to?
Oh my God!
I
no, dude. I see the preview thumbnail on Discord. You're an asshole. Let's go to Q&A. I'm done with this shit.
Wait, where is it? Let me.
Look at Oh my God, Riley! Why?
In the meantime, ask your questions.
Question time.
Yeah, question time. We're not going to talk about the whatever the fuck Riley just made.
I mean, if he wouldn't have made it, I would have made it.
God dang it, Wolfhead.
Fair.
So yeah, let's hear some questions for, you know, Jesse, Riley, Wolfhead, and I.
Give us some
Yes,
questions,
please.
chat.
Questions, please.
Preferably about what I just posted.
No.
No.
Here's a question. Wolfhead, why are you so handsome? Oh, well, thank you for noticing. You see, it all started when I was 5 years old.
God
What
damn
was-
it.
I actually got a question. What was that video about? Dude, I wouldn't be able to fucking tell you if I was 80 years old and possessed all the wisdom and knowledge on the planet.
Oh,
be
okay.
honest with you.
DashingCam97 says, "Did you hear about the leaked outtakes for Friendship is Magic?" Yes, I did.
Oh,
As a
yeah.
matter of fact, that was going to be another one of my videos that I was going to share here, but Hasbro keeps taking it down. And if I were to plug in the video, chances are it would link it to a dead video or a broken link.
Yeah.
Oh, okay. God damn it, Hasbro. Why can't you let us have any fun?
Yeah, no, they're the fun police. They're the fun police that would join right up there with EA.
Oh, I don't like that.
Yeah, nobody likes that. But I did listen to the outtakes, and they are hilarious.
Is it too early to listen to Christmas music? That is a good question.
You know,
That
I
depends on
feel
the
like
person.
I pretty
That
much
is a good
like, okay,
question.
so I'm split in two ways. I'm on par with everybody else saying that people are all like, they're celebrating Christmas too soon in contrast to Thanksgiving. But at the same time, I'm so used to it that as soon as it's November, there's already ads of Christmas stuff. Like, I remember when I was a kid, they would always play that Christmas ad where Disneyland has new decorations there. Like, they would play that very quickly. It's like, oh, wow. I guess that's a thing. But, I don't know. Like, it's definitely like it's all over the place, and I think it's because people don't care
wrong
much
one.
for Thanksgiving. What?
No, excellent. No, you go. Keep going.
All right, so let's see what else we have. See, I thought Disney was the fun police. Actually, I will say this much: while me and Bliss were filing copyright claims, and like I've been struggling with that with both Lion Kings 1 and 2. Surprisingly, they removed both my claims, and I've been hearing recently that when it comes to major companies and they see that it's under fair use, they're not going to care that much. They'll just let it go. It's the smaller companies who are a lot more anal and restrictive.
Oh yeah.
Yes, I know. That's hilarious. I remember once when I reviewed the Astro Boy movie, and the movie was made by a small company, and I even filed an appeal, and they rejected it.
Oh, okay.
Oh,
I had to
that's
fight a
great.
copyright on my fucking top 10 Beatles songs video twice from UMG. Those fuckers were relentless.
Yeah, I remember hearing about that. Because, like, they're very, very strict on the Beatles thing. Because, I remember when in part 2 of my Hearts and Hooves Day review with Keyframe, because it had to be split in 2 parts. I couldn't submit videos over 15 minutes at the time. The second video, I didn't notice it, and I didn't even receive a notification. The video got blocked worldwide behind my back, and I was furious. What? Because the last song at the end was She Loves You by the Beatles, which is a fitting song, but nope, copyright. It's like, ugh. So I had to find something else. So I had to re-edit the video. Luckily, I was able to figure something out and then have it uploaded. I have a remastered version, so that way you don't have to deal with the 2 parts.
Yeah.
So let's go to the next one. Ask all, have you seen any Japanese live-action tokusatsu video? I don't even know who that is.
That's like
I don't know what that is.
I've heard the term. I think it's like Power Rangers and Super Sentai and shit, or Kamen Rider.
Huh.
Oh, wait, I think I know what they're talking about now. Because I've actually have spotted a few. They were like one of those, like, once you go to, like, a huge event where they show off movies that people have worked on. And some of them were those examples of live-action Japanese movies that were based off of animes. One of the big examples that I can remember was when they did a live-action version of Assassination Classroom.
It's giant robot, basically. Yeah, it's basically the Power Rangers and Super Sentai
Okay.
stuff.
There's always going to be. I'm not gonna finish my sentence there.
About to get roasted on the internet.
Okay, ask all. Would you like to be in the world of Hazbin Hotel? Hell no.
No, I don't want it.
I'm not gonna say. I don't know. If I could be like the radio demon, then.
Or if you like to be like Angel does and have like no problem getting your ass kicked.
Oof.
And flirting with deities.
All right.
Next,
let's see. Desert Samurai. Speaking of YouTube, anyone heard about Markiplier's video on YouTube fucking up and users got suspended or something for spamming?
Oh yeah. Something about like.
So there was a video on Markiplier's channel where he talked about YouTube fucked his fan base over because he was doing a live stream, and one of his things was that, hey, put this emote if you vote yes, put this emote if you vote no, and they were spamming both emotes, and YouTube saw that, and then they banned everyone's account who was spamming.
Oh my god!
And then they when I say ban their account, I mean ban their, not even their YouTube account, their Google account.
Oh,
so that's real fucked up.
Oh, what the hell, YouTube? Good God!
Yeah, so Mark is working hard trying to fix the issue. He's super pissed off about it.
I don't blame him. His fans got shafted.
Yeah.
Jesus
That's heartbreaking. Christ. YouTube, can you please get your shit together?
I agree.
It's YouTube, man. It's YouTube.
True fact.
It's always one.
I want them to get better, though.
It's always like one step forward and like 2 or 3 steps back.
Pretty much.
YouTube.
Yeah.
Pretty much indeed. Yeah.
Any more questions?
All right, let's see what else we have here. Because the more I talk about it, the more I'm going to go on a nasty tirade. Which MLP characters would you say the most are like you and your daughter? Oh, this is for you, Jesse.
This is all me. Yep, this is for me. Okay, for my daughter, Pinkie Pie.
Yes!
I mean, she thinks she's Pinkie Pie sometimes. Like, there are moments where she thinks she's Pinkie Pie. I'm like, God dang it, child, stop!
Maybe I'm Pinkie Pie.
Okay.
Pinkie Pie, you are not.
But I love to entertain people, just like Pinkie Pie.
Everybody likes to entertain. Everybody likes to entertain. So get in line. Scrub.
As for what characters me, honestly, I think I'm a fusion of two ponies in particular. It's a mixture between Applejack and Rarity.
Okay.
I could see that because you like to make plushies and you're a hardworking person.
That and also I'm like one of those few who's tries to be a little more honest with myself and others and try to be a dependable person. That's basically a lot of Applejack's personality right there. Very dependable, but also pretty much also like one of those realistic, down-to-earth kind of characters. Rarity, well, I can't do that. Well, I act like I don't be like this. I know for a fact I'm a huge ham. If you want an example of being a huge ham, yeah, that's Rarity as well. Her overdramaticness is pretty much her being a huge ham, and I'm like, yeah, that's me.
I'd like some ham.
You can't have any ham.
Oh.
Faith, do not give this man no ham.
Faith, please.
Alright.
Okay, so ask Golden, have you tried mystery flavor Oreos? I'm afraid of knowing what that is.
I'm
It's
scared.
good. It's not like they're gonna put garbage in an Oreo and feed it.
The
It's
impression.
people.
Okay, hold up. The impression that I have when it comes to the mystery flavor Oreos, just thinking about it right now, the impression that I had is that it would be like, okay, you know those jelly beans that have those mystery flavors and you never know what it's going to be, whether it's going to be cinnamon or barf. Like, imagine if it had something like that in the cream of the Oreos, and I'm like, no thanks.
I know what you're talking about, and it's not like that. All of them are good, but some of them are a different kind of good. They wouldn't do that fucking like bean boozled jelly bean bullshit where it's like, hey, eat this green jelly bean. Up, you ate puke, and now you're sick. Oh shit.
Oh.
Yeah, no, if Oreos legit made that kind of thing, they would go out of business very fast.
Yeah.
So it's basically kind of like how Airheads has like a mystery flavor and it's always like super good flavors.
Okay. Yeah, like
Yeah.
I can dig into that. At some point I might try them out.
Let's see.
Let's see. What are you laughing about?
Nothing. Something in another chat.
Somebody called you as dumb as a starfish.
Oh, no.
No,
It says, ask
being
Golden,
dumb.
to change the subject from YouTube being dumb as starfish, I agree with your thoughts on She Talks to Angel. Angel deserves the bunnies can fly poof of way going out. Oh, I believe there's a video where a rabbit gets released, and as he's flying freely, he gets taken away by a crow or something, a bird. Yeah, I saw that. I'm like, good lord.
Circle of life. Dang.
Okay, so Magical Star.
Circle of life, circle of death.
If you could swap lives with any character from any media, who would it be and what would you do? You can't say nobody. Magical Star, you're an evil asshole. I don't like this idea. I don't like the switcheroo stories. I can't stand those because if you're in somebody else's shoes, there's a good chance you're going to fuck up their life.
Yeah, but you'd be them, though. Just be a celebrity like any normal person would choose. I mean, not celebrity, but any celebrity in media.
Any celebrity with media? That's a good question, honestly.
I almost said I wanted to be Will Smith from that new spy movie, but then that means I would also turn into a pigeon. So I don't want that to happen.
Yeah,
Disguise.
and previously you were Blueberry as Genie from Aladdin.
Yeah.
Oh, God!
You think Will Smith plays some good characters? I think he does.
Yeah, I think so. It's just sometimes he has the unfortunate result of being in some movies that are not very good.
I feel like that's the story of every actor from time to time.
I think that's especially the case for... Crap, I forgot who it was I was going to say. Damn it.
No.
Oh, yeah. Dwayne Johnson. Sometimes he has an unfortunate, luck in being in movies that are not very good. I think he's a very good actor, despite that, he's in movies that aren't good, and he had, a wrestling career before he changed to, straight up acting.
I think, I hate to reference this person, but Nostalgia Critics said it best, where you can tell that Dwayne Johnson's just having fun in a role, and you kind of like it because of that, because you can tell just how much fun he's playing.
I think that's an easy way to go by with Batman and Robin, because Arnold Schwarzenegger had way too much fun as Mr. Freeze.
I mean, yeah. I mean, it's a bad film, but yeah.
It's a shit film, but it's a film that you can watch just on sheer stupidity.
Oh, yeah. I always saw it like as a parody, basically.
Yeah, no, like Chris O'Donnell, who played freaking Robin, he literally said that, with Batman Forever, he felt like he was in a Batman movie. When it came to Batman and Robin, he felt like he was in a stage filming a commercial. So, I'm not going to answer your question, Magical Star. Let's see. Dumb question. Have any of you had people subscribing to your channel just because you subscribe to them all the time?
Yeah. I think the last time I was on the Awkward Cast, I think I was asked a question. No, I was asked a question and they were like, "What do you want to happen, Wolfhead?" And I was like, "I really want to get to 1,000 subscribers," and I gained like 10 subscribers. So
nice.
Yeah.
Let's see. Remember Men in Black 1? Yes. It's a good movie.
How can you not?
Yeah.
You know the difference between you and me? I make this look good.
Wait, which Men in Black was it that the line was, "Flush me, Jay, flush me"? And
that was Men in Black 2.
Oh, okay.
Yeah.
It's such a funny line to me because it's so goddamn weird.
All right,
right?
Okay, so interesting question. Ask all favorite board games. Also, Jesse, I think the tabletop game you mentioned, like D&D, it was Amina Beyond Fantasy.
Nope, not that one, Desert.
Favorite,
Nice try.
But favorite board games,
So, is Sorry the one where if you jump on their head, they go all the way back to the start? Because I really like doing that to people.
I think that was Trouble.
That was Trouble. Okay, yeah.
Trouble was such a little kid toy to play around with, but it's such a good game regardless.
Dude, board games will make you hate your best friends.
Oh, you mean Monopoly?
Monopoly, fucking Scrabble,
Or Uno?
Uno, man.
I will never forget the time I played Uno with you, Logic, and I think Luximus, and the round went on for hours.
Didn't you play with us at BronyCon in the that suite?
I think I was tempted to play a game of Uno, but they're I guess not.
It was so much fun. We were using the fuck me rules. They were using the fuck you rules.
But I guess not.
I guess. What do you mean by the fuck you rules? Like the reverse cards?
Like reversing, stacking pluses for people to draw, having putting down a 0. Everybody has to move their hands to the person to the left of them or the right of them, or 7 where you can exchange hands with somebody else.
Okay, but to be fair, the thing about that round of Uno online is that apparently there was a mode where periodically the turns switched around, or it kind of turned multiple times. So we had to go through and adapt to a next pack, and it just kept happening over and over and over again.
Yeah.
But yeah, something else I wanted to make a joke about, the reverse card. Some people have been using that as an online meme for a couple of things.
Yes, pretty much.
I could okay, so you know about the Pro Jared incident, when he was caught cheating on his wife, and that there was something between him and a bunch of minors.
Yeah.
Oh God.
Yeah, so he made a 40-minute video explaining as much detail as possible. And he was able to, redeem himself so well, and I was surprised that he did it. You might as well just say he had a reverse card plan the whole time.
Basically, the reverse card is like the "no you" meme.
Pretty much.
It's like somebody insults you, and then you say "no you," and then they just get erased from reality.
Oof.
Oh.
As for me, when it comes to board games, the only one that I actually did enjoy and I got to play it a lot with my sister was Clue.
Oh, okay. I never played Clue, to be honest.
I had trouble trying to
Same.
understand Clue. Either Clue or 13 Dead End Drive. Like, those are bizarre, like, set up all your pieces and everything. When I try to get into them, like, I do have some fond memories of, whatever the fuck was happening to them. Trying to understand them, it's a whole different thing. Like, you would have to take a class in order to understand this shit.
One of my favorite board games was Guess Who. Because I
Oh.
like slapping the
Guess
face.
Who.
Guess who? It's a
my
mystery.
God.
I remember the freaking ad for that.
That ad was like stuck in your head.
Oh, you know what
Yeah,
other
you
game?
get-
Guess who? It's a
those.
mystery.
Yeah, you know what other ad was stuck in my head, but I would have loved to have played like a board game of it.
Skip it. Skip it.
That's not a board game.
But
No,
I just heard.
there was another ad that was awesome to listen to, but I never played the game. It's called Crossfire.
Oh, the fucking
Oh, yeah,
Crossfire. Yeah.
Jesus
You
Christ.
with Bliss, you were going crazy over that.
Yeah, she mentioned that. I was like, that's such a badass ad. I found out that apparently Crossfire is still being sold in stores. I still have yet to try that shit out. Like,
Yeah, I need
how
to try
good
it.
is
I'm actually
it?
kind of surprised.
Yeah, I'm surprised too. I also remember playing Parcheesi, mostly for just, personal nostalgia. But the board game that I enjoyed playing the most would pretty much have to be Trouble.
Yeah.
Trouble, yeah. It's a weird board game that's made of plastic, and in the center you have the dice, and it's
Yeah,
in this bubble thing, and you press on it, and it bounces the dice. And
I would play that with my Nana.
Well,
What? What?
what?
You okay there, Golden?
I actually,
You got,
okay,
like-
I just want to add, I just want to add another joke. I think somebody made a meme of this, or a picture meme, a two-panel comic, and it's Thanos saying, "I am inevitable," and meanwhile, you have Tony Stark, and he's got the reverse card.
I think I saw that.
I've seen that one.
I think I've seen that one before too.
It's like the reverse card is now becoming the new "No You" meme.
Yeah, pretty much.
I can't get over that shit. Okay, let's make this the last question. Whoever mentioned Uno, thank you, because favorite card game, anything poker, Magic, Gathering, Yu-Gi-Oh, Blackjack. I enjoy a lot of those simple card games, like Blackjack and Go Fish.
Ooh,
Oh,
okay.
I used to get involved with some of the Pokemon cards when I was a kid, but it didn't stick with me that long.
Funny story, like when I was growing up in school and I went to after school, everybody I knew had Yu-Gi-Oh cards, and I was that one weird friend that was like, I don't know what's happening, but I'm going to stand in the back and pretend like I do know what's happening.
I remember playing Yu-Gi-Oh as a kid. You want to hear something assholey I used to do as a kid playing
Oh,
Yu-Gi-Oh?
God, what?
Oh,
I would go to tournaments with my friends, and those like bootleg fake Yu-Gi-Oh cards they sell at like fairs and shit.
Oh,
Yeah.
my God.
I would trade those with kids for actual good cards because they thought they were getting like Exodia, the God cards and shit.
Oh, that's
Oh,
probably that's probably
You were
the
hustling.
biggest dick move if you try to get that one Charizard card.
Like
oh
I
my
said,
God, Riley.
that was a really assholey thing of me to do as a kid.
That does not surprise me in the slightest.
No.
I
I'm
mean,
not
even-
mad. He
even
was
for
just
me-
hustling, man. It's cold out here in the streets.
As for me, when it came to card games, I used to collect Pokemon cards on a site when I was little, along with Dragon Ball Z and Dragon Ball GT cards when they were a thing in the past.
They never got
Christ,
big
I
around
had
my
so many
area.
of those. But most of the time I used to play Yu-Gi-Oh a lot when, especially when I was in high school. I was one of those few kids who actually had some really good cards. In fact, it actually related to one of the stories that where somebody stole my whole binder of Yu-Gi-Oh cards.
Oh, remember?
Oh.
Yeah, remember when you used to have the binder and you open it up and it's like a fucking catalog of cards? Some of my friends have.
Oh,
Yeah.
you like the baseball card sheets.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Picture that with me me, and I had like a good number of cards that were like really rare at the time.
You know, while we're on the subject,
And somebody had the
Go ahead.
Hang on. And somebody had the skull to steal that said binder from under my nose.
Mm.
You can imagine how much I freaking panicked when I realized it was stolen. But other than that, like, when it comes to legit card games, actual normal card games, poker, of course, I've done poker, Texas Hold'em, no surprise. I played blackjack before, and I actually like that.
Blackjack's
There's
fun.
my say on card games.
you know, since we're talking about that stuff, anybody remember Pogs?
No, not really.
What?
No.
I know of them. I just they weren't. I think they came on too early for me because I was like, I don't
You
know,
were
wasn't that
probably
like
like-
90?
It was a thing in the like earlier mid '90s.
Yeah. They were before my time.
Yeah, no, I remember Pogs like
Yeah,
crazy. For some reason, like people did not like Pogs. Like it didn't sell too well. Like it was a big thing, but afterwards it faded fast.
Never.
Jim Sterling is like the #1 Pog collector on eBay. I'm not even kidding.
Wow, I guess I'm not the only one who liked Pogs.
Anyway.
Golden and like that, Golden shows his age. Yeah, no, that's because I'm 31. I'm an old
I'm
man.
practically older than him.
Chat, I would just like to let you know that Golden is 31 and he still thinks some of the funniest jokes ever are fart jokes.
Not in a Disney film, no.
And yeah, I'm like a year older than GoldenFox, so don't you dare say he's old. So, ha! I kind of top him by my own age. What the freaking heck?
All right,
Well,
well,
you're gonna be mad at me, but like when you start getting silver hairs, bud,
oh,
you're gonna
no.
down.
Oh.
You know what people are gonna
Honestly-
call you? People are gonna downgrade you to Silver Fox.
Oh, fuck you! Oh, wow.
Oh my god, Wolf!
He's gonna go down in quality, ladies and gentlemen.
No!
And on that,
Because you know what? Silver foxes are actually a lot more rare to find than normal red foxes. So, ha!
Yeah,
Oh, well,
that's
there we go.
actually true.
all right, well, I
That is
think it's
true.
time I wrap all this up. This has been quite an entertaining podcast, and I do hope that in the future I'll try to make shorter podcasts because this went on for quite a while. I think maybe I'll
this
just
is
have to narrow
11,
down the
20.
topics.
Yeah.
So that's just me though. As long as we're having fun, I think that's what matters more. So
I'm having fun. Are you guys having fun?
yeah.
Yeah,
I
I'm
know I'll
having
be having fun.
So anybody who's watching this, whether it's YouTube or Twitch, I hope you enjoy watching the post show. Not post show, podcast. I got mixed up between the two. I'm getting ready to go to post show.
Postshow podcast.
Yeah, what Popeye said.
Get off my olive oil.
What the heck?
So let me rephrase that. Thank you for anybody, whoever is on Twitch or on YouTube, for watching this podcast. I hope you had a good run. Anybody who is interested in the post show, I'll have it linked in the description box. Anybody who's watching it now, stay tuned for it. That all being said, I hope you guys have a wonderful, rest of your week, and hopefully the next podcast, will be just as fun.